this photo here.
What photo?
The one you sent of Klein and in our soccer game.
Like fucking like
oh, yeah.
10 years ago.
That was, I mean, that's such an amazing picture.
It's pretty awesome.
So what do you guys want to talk about?
I'm having so much fun trolling Seahawks fans.
Is there any new tech we can talk about this week?
And how are you doing that? New tech? Well, there's sushi feet.
What the fuck is that shit?
It's shoes you can wear on your feet.
Wearable sushi.
Wearable sushi. That's a better way of putting it.
Ooh, wearable
sushi jackets.
It's not actually wearable sushi.
Only a repulsive Japanese person would eat foot sushi. It's a society that claims to have like the cleanliness as one of their highest things to aspire to.
Sushi slippers.
Sushi jam and bento box.
Sushi slippers to get around in the house.
There's a public competition for supercomputing to try and shed milliseconds from NASA's code.
No, we're not going to talk about shit we don't understand.
I don't know anything.
That's what we do all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of our
we
podcast.
half-ass our way through whatever bullshit until we run out of momentum.
50 Star Wars products that are out of this world.
I'm getting real fed up with Star Wars, man. I almost wish it was never created in the first place.
What's wrong with Star Wars?
Wait, are we recording this?
Yeah, this should be a hot take.
Yeah.
Or we'll just talk.
Yeah,
Let's just open on Star Wars.
I'm putting Star Wars in there as a hot take
I'm pretty fired up right now.
Let's do the
Fire
election.
it up, then.
Local election.
Sure.
Hot take. So there'll be
This
like.
isn't like a hot take. This is like a rant.
Yeah.
Like I've
You want to rant on Star Wars?
I don't mind. I think a rant's a great idea.
I've pretty much had it with Star Wars.
All right, why? What the fuck is it about Star Wars?
Let's just like
Are
start
you
recording.
recording
Rubbed you the wrong way.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I got a bunch of problems with it. First of all, it's almost like its own fucking religion at this point. Like it has its own day. People are more invested in Star Wars than like real aspects of their entire life. Like there's like trillions of dollars getting funneled into it. It could easily overtake Scientology if it wanted. And it's just like
And
I don't
Disney
know.
now
It feels like people just hop on it because it's Star Wars rather than it's actually good. People are just like, oh man, I identify with like whatever it is. Let me jump on and be like the biggest fan. And then you get like I don't know. I guess I don't really have a problem with like Comic-Con and stuff, but people just take Star Wars shit so far, and I've seen it for so long, and I've been so let down by like 2/3 of the Star Wars movies that I've just fucking had it. Like, if you're like a real Star Wars person, I'm like, okay, well, pass. Like
just on
them,
yeah, like
in general. Just don't talk to me.
Yeah.
I mean, but.
And then like the arguments people have over like, did Han shoot first or was it Greedo? Like, you know what? You should just shoot yourself in the head and save me the trouble of listening to your fucking diatribe.
Well, that's more an argument of should he have changed things?
Fucking
like there was the original version, and then he decided to change a bunch of shit.
I thought it was dope that George Lucas changed it and said, fuck you. I'm the one that controls this. You can suck my dick.
It is his baby. It's his thing. He can do whatever the fuck he wants with it. That's a good point. That's what I always said. Even with the prequel ones, 1, 2, 3, like a lot of people obviously hated them, but they're his thing.
Exactly, and people are so attached to it, they think they have a right to tell him like what he can and can't do. And it's like, dude, you were so wrapped up in this fictional bullshit that you need to like get your life. You need to get your entire life.
Lucas himself said, yo, well, he didn't say yo, but he said, I made
hey, yo.
Definitely said yo.
He said, I made this for 12-year-olds. Like, get over it.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant for 35 and 45 and 50-year-olds. No.
That's a really good point. Like I used to, I guess not so much anymore, but like in my like early 20s, let's just say for example, like I'd see something and it would come out like a movie or a show or a song or whatever, and I'd be like, this fucking sucks. Like anyone who likes this has no idea. And then it kind of came to me where I was like, oh wait, this is marketed to like 13-year-olds. Like I shouldn't like this.
Yeah, like I think it was it was Ninja Turtles we were talking about. It was like, why are we taking this shit so seriously? Like, why do we expect it to be these great works of art when they come to film, when it was like one of the worst animated shows ever?
Are we talking about the new Ninja Turtles?
Any Ninja Turtles.
Any Ninja Turtles.
Wait, Ninja Turtles was the worst animated? Sorry, what?
It was so stupid, dude. If you go back and watch it, you want to punch yourself in the face how bad it is.
I mean, you can't, like a 30-year-old watching a
that was the fucking 80s,
Saturday
man.
But like,
cartoon.
What do you expect?
For example,
that's not really
like
fair.
the entire Foot Clan is chasing Leonardo, and then he jump kicks them into a big pile.
Well, yeah.
Classic Leonardo.
Yeah, but I mean that's the
like
same with any 30-minute cartoon.
Or
You
just
need
like
a quick and easy resolution
just
to
like
the
the super
conflict.
gay robot that had Krang inside of him.
He was all
Dimension
like,
X.
He looked like the He-Man robot
was very
that
pink.
migrated over from Eternia or something like
They
that.
were
Like,
far
more-
same red tights,
Did he
same
have
like
a name?
BDSM gear.
The suit, did it have a name?
I don't think so.
He's in the new. Did you guys see the latest one? I saw it on the airplane.
No.
It's actually
Michael Bay?
It fully realizes like Bebop, Rocksteady, and Krang.
I saw the thumbnail on
in
Netflix.
a gay sex triangle?
Is that what you
Yeah.
want to see?
Krang's got 2 tentacles, man. One for Bebop and one for Rocksteady.
Krang's just
No, he's
fucking
in
working him off
They
right
built the
beside
suit.
him.
It looks like the suit that he was in.
Shredder! Sit on it, Bebop.
The
But
things
yeah,
he'll
like
do
I
with
think we're
those
also
tentacles.
losing sight that these aren't like none of this is meant to be like good art. It's just meant to like move units, right?
Sell toys. A lot of it. A lot of it, especially the kid stuff, is about selling play sets and.
Oh, dude,
action
I mean,
figures,
who didn't own
right?
fucking Ninja Turtles toys? Who didn't own Ghostbusters toys? Who didn't own G.I. Joes?
I wanted that turtle
If
blimp
I was a
so
parent,
bad.
I would be so choked that I'd have to shell out tons of money for like stupid toys my kid's not gonna like 2 years from
Yeah.
now.
But that's part of parenting, I think, is you just have to fucking succumb.
I can't remember who I was having this conversation with, but it drives me fucking nuts when you see parents like dress their like 1-year-old up to the nines, like just like, oh yeah, I bought new Yeezys for my 1-year-old, and like kids should look like shit. Like if you dress up a kid to like look good, it gives them the impression that they should look good throughout their entire life, and they're just gonna fuck up all the clothes you buy them and get them muddy and dirty.
Well, I think
But
you know.
if they look like shit, then they're gonna want to look like shit their whole life.
I
Yeah.
looked like shit when I was a
that.
kid, and I will only look like slightly
And
less
look
of shit
at me
now. Like,
now.
it's improved slightly.
Look at me now.
I think the main thing about kids is like they're always growing. So like, why spend all that money when they're going to grow out of their
That's
shit?
another fantastic point.
But I mean, it's the thing with all this frivolous income that people have. People have so much extra money. Why not fucking?
They do.
No, well, maybe not around this table.
Oh, Darcy Moneybags
I don't-
here,
No, I
Mr.
like-
Monocle.
If you're
The
buying
middle
t-
class
if-
has a lot less money than it ever
yeah,
had
but
before.
if we're talking about the like affluent and super affluent who typically will be spending thousands of dollars on their 1-year-old's fucking clothing, not your average consumer is
yeah, but
going
that's
to go
like
out.
that's like David Beckham's kid though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
like
what I'm
not-
saying is there is a market for that. There are people who have just excess amounts of money who are like, what am I going to spend it on? I don't know. I got to spend the fucking money before I
Yeah.
go. So,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
kid, you want some fucking Schnikes? There
That's
you
a
go.
fucking shit attitude, man. I'd
That's
be like,
true.
kid, you're wearing your fucking shit shoes. I'm going to fucking Jamaica or whatever.
Yeah, but they can
That's
still
also- that's
go.
also the type of dad I
that
would be.
person can still go to Jamaica and buy the kids the shoes. That's not a question of money. That's the thing, right? When money has no real bearing on your life and it's just a superfluous thing, you can
That's
fucking
like
spend it
playing
on
a video
everything.
game on God mode, and then it just like loses its whole point.
It does. It's true.
That's when you start murdering hookers to get a rush.
but you
gotta trying to feel fuck something.
this.
Just want to see the light go out of their eyes.
That's dark, bro.
Yeah, it's super dark.
The real
Jeez.
challenge is getting rid of
Can't
them once
remember-
they're
I
dead.
think- was that from
What do you
Silence
do
of the
with the body?
Lambs?
Yeah.
That's a quote from something. I think it's Silence of the Lambs.
Speaking of which, is there? Did you say you got Timmy's? Is there another cup, or did you
It's
give it
right.
to Kyle?
It's right there.
Is that
yeah.
a full cup?
Yeah.
You just wanna
Unopened.
pass that down.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was, I
Doubling
saw you
up.
with a monster
Doubling
over
up.
there. I was like, oh God, you better get some more tech in you.
Yeah, we need more. It's good for my heart.
It's totally good for your heart, dude. Caffeine is like A1, number one friend.
It keeps it going.
Keeps her going.
Keeps
Okay.
you
Keeps her regular.
Yeah, no doubt. So
Accelerated.
what's on the tech minute here, Mr. Klein, Mr. Tech?
Shit, I didn't know
Yeah,
we
there's
were gonna
been
do
no-
Tech Minute.
We're doing tech every
Well,
time.
you know what I'm really into right now is
Always.
Emojis?
no Elon Musk.
You love the Musk.
Elon Musk. What's he doing now?
Now
When's
he's-
he should make his own fragrance, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
He
He did a bunch of like
too easy.
top secret military rocket flights last week.
The
I
Falcon
don't know if they
9
were that
rocket?
top secret if he was Instagramming
Well, they
them.
didn't say
Yeah.
what was in there. They
Oh,
didn't say what the payload was.
Oh, did it actually dock and then come back down, or was it just a test?
No, it was a test to go up and then land, I believe.
I saw that. I saw
Did
it.
he land it?
Yeah, it landed.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. So that's like 2 out of 3 now he's landed?
yeah,
pretty
I
good.
think so. Well, it's probably more like 3 out of 100 because we haven't seen all the test ones that blew up.
Yeah,
and
that's
sideways,
true.
right?
Of the public
Scaring the
ones.
shit out of North Korea.
Oh man,
Man,
what a
they'd be
fucking
like
nightmare
a
that is.
timid dog that just like wets the carpet every time like a person steps in the room. That's how I feel like North Korea should
I wouldn't
be.
have any problem with North Korea getting bombed back into the Stone Age.
It's just I would feel bad about the people there because it's just really like this little power group, right? Of
Yeah, they're all incredibly poor for the most part.
More or less, like if you live in North Korea and you aren't part of the party, you're a slave.
You got to take meth to
Pretty
like
much.
ease the pain of hunger there. That's like a big thing apparently.
Really?
North
Meth?
Koreans, meth. Yeah,
Meth
it's
too.
like
I thought you
like
said like take math. I'm like, well,
meth.
Yeah, just do a quick calculation.
do some algebra and you'll be fine, bro.
Reduce your stress level.
Differential
The
calculus
Asians
therapy.
are surviving on calculations
Yeah.
alone.
So if I have 0 food and I multiply it by 0 food, what do I get?
The hypotenuse.
But like, do they contribute? Like, do they have a production? Like, do they make phones or T-shirts or anything? Like, what
No,
are the
South Korea
people?
does all the
They're
tech
completely
production.
sealed off of
So what-
import
They're
export.
boycotted.
What do they slave as? Like, they're building
Laborers.
for general
Farmers.
construction, and
They're probably building jails for them
Just
to
to
live
keep
in that
their-
are better than their current houses.
Keep their own country kind of going, I guess.
Did you guys watch that? What was it? Not Scottie Pippen. Who's the other basketball?
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman goes to play
Yeah, dude,
basketball
it's
there.
called Big Bang in Pyongyang. If anyone
Really?
wants to check it out, my favorite part. There's a bunch of really great parts in it, but my favorite part is so the North Korean dignitary, they have this kind of like performance for him. They have some dancers and some singers.
Yeah.
And there's this young girl, and she's singing, I guess, like a traditional North Korean folk song for him. And he goes, he's like sitting next to this guy. He goes, "Hey, wow, watch this bullshit." He gets up and starts trying to sing. He's just like, "Ah!"
Oh yeah.
And he's
Oh, yeah.
drunk as fuck the whole time.
Dude, when
he's
he was
looking-
on the news, when he came back and he was getting grilled by all the people being like, "Why are you going over there, man?"
And he's so drunk.
He's so drunk he can't string a sentence together. He's sweating profusely. I don't know if you guys seen. There's like a Vice cartoon of him, like about telling a story about how he broke his dick 3 separate times. Yeah, and it's in like it's like him narrating it, but there's like a cartoon version of what he's describing happening. It's really funny.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
having
awesome.
having your lover try and
Just look
triple
at-
jump onto your dick is not a good idea.
Yeah, just look up Dennis Rodman breaks his dick on YouTube or something.
trying
It'll
to
come
land
up.
right on the cock.
Wow.
Takes a lot of skill.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he probably got some fucking real money though to go over there, right? Like you think fucking Kim Jong or Kim what the fuck paid him a couple $1 million at least just to show
I
up.
don't know.
Who
I don't
knows,
even
man?
know if they
Dennis
have that
Rodman's
type of
also
money.
fucking crazy, right? So
Yeah.
he might just do that because he thinks
Just
it's
done
cool.
it because he
How
thought
old
it.
is Dennis Rodman now?
45?
Just out of
No, he's
curiosity.
probably older than
How
that. He's
old
probably
is-
50 in his 50s.
He's got to be in his
50?
50s.
He looks crazy,
60s.
man. He's still got all the facial piercings and
Right.
Oh yeah, I mean,
55.
he's like a
55, yeah.
terrible alcoholic. He was on Celebrity
He's
Rehab.
a year older than Michael Jordan.
Was he an alcoholic while he played or after
No.
retirement?
Yeah.
Was
yeah.
he?
Really?
Yeah,
During?
well, he was partying hard when he
Oh,
was,
wow.
when he was
Well, that
playing.
makes sense. Yeah, he seems
Celebrity
like kind of-
status.
this is
all that
before
money.
drug screenings and
animal.
shit.
No, I mean you can do as much drinking as
That's
you
true.
want, really.
It's funny,
Yeah,
if
it's
you
not
search
illegal.
for Dennis Rodman's age, 3 other results come up.
55.
Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Kim Jong-un.
Wow.
That's pretty funny.
Wow,
Clearly
How did
dude.
Scottie Pippen get in there? That's funny. I mean,
Well,
I just thought of
We're
his
not the
name
first
earlier.
podcast to come up with this.
Because
that's his
Pippen
team.
was one beat of Jordan, right? That's
Yeah.
that was like the powerhouse
Yeah.
Bulls that won the 6
Yep.
rings
Yeah.
in what was it, 8 years or something like that.
Yep.
True.
Dynasty.
I was going to talk about the Boring Company that Elon
Is that
Musk
the
was
name?
doing. That's
Oh
the-
yeah, right.
He
The
started
company?
another company. So every time he like has some fanciful like whim of an idea, when he's driving in traffic and getting frustrated or whatever, he just starts a new company up for real. And he did a TED Talk. It's out right now. You guys can all watch it. But he basically laid out his roadmap for like the next 10 years with all of his companies: SpaceX, Tesla, Solar City, this Boring Company.
it's actually
I
called
think there's
Boring?
another one in there, the Boring Company.
Like for drilling
Okay.
holes through
Like
mountains.
boring holes underground.
Right.
So he
Oh,
wants to create an
okay.
underground network of multi-level tubes,
Like the
that-
Hyperloop?
like the Hyperloop, except for cars to go
Yeah.
on to like sort of like a tray
saw that.
system, and
Yeah.
then it shoots you around the city at
Yeah,
like
you
200 miles an
use-
hour
Like
underground.
underneath.
You
Yeah,
use
underneath.
your own car and you engage with the system.
That's right.
With your own vehicle.
Yeah.
Seems like an interesting idea.
That's cool.
Yeah. So,
Huh.
but it costs like $1 billion to
Hell yeah.
bore a mile or something.
Fucking
So.
flash in the
like
pan.
who knows how good of an idea is to like honeycomb the ground under a city, right?
Yeah, exactly. Especially one with the earthquake.
Well, what you need to
prone-
do is like mine for minerals and then just fill it in with stuff. So we'll frack first
Yeah.
and then fill in the holes.
Perfect.
With the transportation system.
And we'll just ship all the water to Flint, Michigan because it's already terrible there and they won't know the difference.
Man, I really hope we
Birthplace of
don't.
Henry Ford.
I really hope we don't do much more fracking in BC if we've already started that.
Do we frack in BC?
Yep.
Well, that whole
I think so.
LNG thing, that's sort of how you get to it, I think.
Right.
So yeah, we're fracking on an
earthquakes
earthquake
coming.
bolt. And Whitehorse had an earthquake. I mean, we should probably check in with our correspondent,
Should
our northern
phone Ford.
correspondent, Fody.
Is he around
But
today?
I talked to him about it, and he said it woke him up, like shook his bed and everything.
Dude, that's got to be a big
What was
earthquake to
its,
wake Ford up.
What was its Richter?
I don't know. I could look that up.
I don't even think they use.
Richter
Richter.
scale.
I'm not too sure they use Richter scale anymore. I think
Yeah,
there's a new
it's relevant for.
thing.
For some reason, I don't know why, and this has been like an association I've made ever since a kid, and I think it was Mike Richter, the goalie. I was thinking
For
of
the Rangers?
but I always associate the word Richter with the word sphincter.
Schvichter. Mike Schvichter.
Mike Sphincter.
Mike Schvichter. That was a good team, that fucking team. Oh, nice. This is what I was thinking back to.
Was that EPMD?
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric Sermon and some other guy.
Anyways.
Hopefully that little snip won't get us fucking
Whoa,
flagged on YouTube.
It was a 6.2 earthquake. 6.2.
6.2, really?
133 kilometers from Whitehorse. So
Damn. That's kind of fucked up,
that's
man.
pretty big.
That's fracking related then. You think, eh?
Well, no, I don't know if they're fracking up there, but it's just weird. It's never happened before. Not that powerful.
So are we phoning 40? Is that happening?
No, I don't think he's around.
It's like his.
He's around.
It's
He's
Saturday
probably
at 3 o'clock.
You
He's
said
definitely home.
6.2?
Yeah.
That's pretty beastly.
He probably just
That's
won't answer
higher.
because he's playing
Where was
Nintendo
Epicenter?
Switch.
Couldn't have been right in the city.
No, it's
Did
100.
Matty beat fucking
100K
Zelda yet?
away.
I wonder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did.
He did? So what's he doing? Is he selling that system now?
I think we
want
have
it?
an interested party.
You know what? I want a Switch. I want the Switch.
well,
I seen it. We went
did
for
he buy a
beer
Switch?
Yeah, it was cool. No, we were drinking at the Ben Mast, and two dudes just like had it
on their table.
On their table.
They're
Oh,
having
nice.
beers and they're playing against each other or with each other, whatever. On
So did
It could have been both because they both had one of their hands under the table, so they could have been like competing in the video game while giving each other
Giving each other a
HJs.
little jerk.
Yeah,
okay. Well, I mean, fair.
round
a little bit
robin.
of friendly competition.
Double tasking, multitasking.
Yeah.
So did Matt actually buy a Switch, or did he get
no, he got the old ass one,
Oh,
the one before the Switch.
right. So the
The Wii
The
U?
Wii U.
Well, the
That's a
Switch was like
piece of
impossible to
shit.
get when it dropped.
It's still probably hard to get.
Yeah.
I heard that the thing that they were selling with the sort of a dozen old games, they're not.
Oh,
It was
that
just a
little
special
unit?
edition.
They
yeah.
didn't do a second run of it.
No, they're done. That's it.
See, like I thought that would have been an awesome.
It would have been
was
so
cool.
much.
Product to
it would
just
have been
continue.
so
Mind
much
you.
money, and they're just like, nope. They do the pre-order, which sold out like before it even came up, basically.
The
it wasn't that
retro?
expensive either, was
No.
it?
They're gonna
No.
do a retro NES system next.
So,
A
but
limited production run of that.
See, they should just do like
What, with cartridges or something, or just
No, the
everything
same
on it?
same idea as
Preloaded.
the one they just did, but
they should
Okay.
just release
All right. I
one
hope
retro
so.
system and do something like an app store where you can buy a
Yes.
game for $5.
Exactly.
yeah, that'd be very
Exactly.
cool.
You know, why even fuck with cartridges anymore?
Well,
It's-
I mean, Nintendo's got to be doing well then if they don't need to worry about shit like that.
I
If
don't
they
think
have- if you have-
Nintendo is, man. They're always
No.
way behind Microsoft and way further
Yeah,
behind Sony.
I don't know though, but like they have a niche market with children specifically, and
Yeah,
parents
well,
are
so
more
do
likely to.
pedophiles, but nobody likes them either.
Well, yeah, but that's a complete non sequitur. So I'm pulling a
I
Phil
was just
Davidson on
looking
ya.
to jump in with that one.
I'm calling
Yeah.
Fody
Okay.
because he's got
What
a
does he do in
Nintendo and he
Whitehorse?
survived an earthquake.
What does he do
Does he
there?
flip burgers or something? What does
Does
he do?
he have a job?
He eats
or
burgers.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
something
he's,
serious?
he can eat a
Does he
monster
ever?
stacker.
Here he comes. Fody,
Yellow.
You probably got to split your
you're
mic.
live with the
between-
West Coast HighLife podcast. What are you
I can
telling
hear
me,
him.
Darcy?
Can we all? Okay, no, we're good. We're
He
good,
might
sorry.
not be able to hear all of us so well.
No, but I'll primarily talk and you guys listen to his
Yellow.
answers.
Ford, what's up?
How you doing, buddy?
Okay, I don't hear anything.
Yeah, he can't hear
What?
you.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
not
good.
even.
Well,
Good.
yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You hear us. You hear us. Don't hang up.
Does he hear you?
No, I don't think he does.
Yeah, because I would really love to talk shit about him while he's on the phone with Alex.
How
Do you
we
want him to
make
hear
that-
you, or behind his back?
No, behind his back for
Okay,
sure.
no.
Of course.
We could do that anytime, I suppose.
I thought we'd made that work in the past where we were able
This
to.
fuck- fucking guy.
Somehow you must be bypassing
when you
the
connect,
mic or something
when you
like that.
connect it to the out, it confuses it.
I haven't.
Yeah, just maybe unplug it.
I haven't talked to this guy in years, and he sends me a message on Facebook where he's like, "Hey, can I ask you for a
Facebook.
favor?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude. Like, I'm sorry, but like, I live in a bachelor. Like, I got nowhere to put you." He's like, "Oh no. Can you buy me drugs?"
Yeah, no, I got the same thing.
Well, what, is he coming to town?
Can you hear me
And
now?
I was like,
He's
you know
coming
what?
to town,
I can like introduce
He
you
doesn't
to my
know.
guy, but I don't really party at all anymore.
If you went to Whitehorse, would you know where to buy drugs
can't-
right away? No.
I probably would never go to Whitehorse because there's probably really hard to find drugs there.
No, we can buy drugs anywhere in this world.
But yeah, he's like trying to he's like, well, I
Yeah,
want
use your
this
phone
and
maybe.
this. I'm like, dude, just
And
like,
keep it by your
just send,
mic.
send me a list or send me your budget, but I don't need to like have you have an item by item discussion here.
Yeah, no, he wanted some shroomy zoomies or something.
All right, let's try this again.
I kind of want to do that.
Yes.
Some mushies.
Thank you.
There we go.
All right, you're live on the podcast.
Hey guys.
Ford. So we hear he's coming to Victoria. Tell us about your trip.
Oh man, I can't wait. It's been too long
What are
since
you?
I've been in the big V,
Are
as
you-
I assume people call it.
We definitely don't call
All
it
the
that,
time.
but sometimes I guess we'll let
All
it
the
slide.
time.
Like maybe Vancouver's the big V. Is Victoria the little V?
We're the Island V,
The VI.
The IV.
the VI, the IV.
All right, that's good.
So you're going to a
Sounds like
stag
you
or something?
catch from a lady of the night.
Ooh, you got a lady of the night right now?
No, I'm saying it sounds like you catch the VI from that.
Oh well, perhaps yes. Red light district styles.
So we wanted to hear about, how's it going in Whitehorse? What do you do there? People are confused. They don't know if you have a job or if you subsist in the sewer system. What do you do?
Well, I do live underground. I'm currently underground.
Some things never change, you know.
In a basement suite.
Yeah.
In a burrow.
It's a basement and it's pretty sweet.
A
Yeah.
hobbit hole.
Not quite a hobbit hole. I mean,
It's more of a den.
Are there
Sorry, Ben.
windows?
yeah, more. It's more of it's. I refer to it as the lab sometimes.
Is there any natural light?
You know,
I would hate to see
Yeah,
what kind
but
of experiments are
kind
growing
I
in the
don't
lab
have
right now.
blinds, so I actually have cardboard stuffed in the windows to block the light.
Wow, someone
for, like,
cued the
when I
theme from the
don't wanna-
Jeffersons.
Yeah.
I'll just
Nice.
make a note
Yeah,
of
it's
that.
pretty
We'll
great.
edit
No,
it
I
in
moved
later.
on down though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why'd you take a downgrade?
Well, it's actually pretty nice.
Fuck
I just
stairs.
don't have blinds right now.
So instead
But
you
I
live in
strung up
complete
Christmas
darkness
lights
like a
all
blind
along the
person.
perimeter of the roof, and it's pretty boss, I must say.
Send us a pic.
Yeah, but
Send us a pic.
so what do you do for work up there? What kind of jobs are there other than cutting ice cubes into smaller ice cubes?
Yeah, what's the
I'm a
housing market
process
like?
It's the
administrator.
cottage industry.
You're what?
I'm a process administrator.
Okay.
To the ice cube making.
For the government?
Yeah, exactly.
It's in charge of the freezing.
No, for a telecommunications company up here.
Which one?
Are you the motherfucker that's calling me asking me who I'm going to vote for?
Are you manning
'Cause
the
I'm
auto
getting real
dialer?
tired of that.
Are you manning the
Yeah.
auto dialer up there?
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. It's weird that you guessed that.
As soon as somebody picks up, you're the guy who's like, "Hey, do you want some shrimp sandwiches?"
Oh my god, that sounds good.
You've been pitched
Go
shrimp
for a
sandwiches
shrimp
before, haven't
sandwich.
you?
Tell us about the earthquake you survived.
Right. So like on the earthquake day, we call it E-Day up here. I
Just
woke
like Gears
up
of
at
War,
like
hey?
5:30 in the a.m. I think it was, and like everything in my room was vibrating, and like my bed was shaking, and but it was like I came out of sleep, so it was kind of surreal, you know.
You felt like you were
sorta
sleeping in a
half
cheap
dreamy.
motel with the vibrating bed?
Yeah, was it like?
Then you
My
woke
room,
up and you're like,
you
whoa,
gotta, like,
life gave me a
pay
free
extra.
upgrade.
Normally I sleep through earthquakes, so it was definitely a bigger one, and then there was another one at 7:30, which was actually stronger.
Did you get
And
high
that one
after the
again.
first quake?
So
hit?
are there a lot of earthquakes out there?
Yeah, there's been more. I haven't noticed any others, but other people have. There have been aftershocks like all
Why are
week.
they happening, and is it safe?
I wonder if there's ever been an earthquake powerful enough to just give a woman an
okay,
orgasm
so
from sitting on the floor.
Basically, what's going on is underneath
That's a good
Let's
question.
get back to
the
that.
ocean,
Possibly.
down in like coastal BC, underneath the ocean, there's these tectonic plates, and when they brush up against each other,
Oh yeah, the
eventually
subduction
they,
zone.
like,
Thanks, Bill Nye.
yeah, and exactly, and then the kaiju eggs hatch, and basically that's when the rumbling comes
See,
from.
because you gotta stop those. Because when the Jews hatch, that's when the worst shit starts happening to the
There's a lot of gas
world.
released, you know.
He's trying to make Whitehorse way more important than it is.
Who's the nefarious evil hatching Jews in the bottom of the sea?
The kaiju.
That's not what I meant. I wasn't going the racist way.
That's cool. We took it there.
Yeah, no, I should have known.
This is an entertainment podcast.
So did you?
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Everyone was talking about it. No one would shut up about it like all week.
Did anyone get hurt?
Yeah, does anybody get hurt? Any fatalities?
I didn't hear about anybody getting hurt. No, but there's definitely. I noticed some cracks in the
Drywall?
the concrete where the concrete and the drywall meet.
Don't you mean your
in the
ice
stairwell.
igloos?
Yeah, yeah. We don't actually have concrete up here. That's what we call ice. We call it concrete. It's really confusing for tourists, but yeah. Is this the first time you guys have called me that I haven't been like deathly sick for?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Are you always sick or something?
2 times in a row, he was really sick.
Oh, I was basically like hacking my lungs out and like tears streaming out of my eyes. It was horrible. I was literally like curled up in bed in the dark.
So when are you going to be down here then? Because I know I have to host you or something like that, right?
Yeah, no, that's right. You are obliged to do that. I'm down there on the 19th for a bachelor party, and then I'm let loose. I'm let loose from that on the following Monday, the 22nd.
So is it going to be like a 10-day 40 getting fucked kind of thing?
Yeah, what are you doing for the bachelor party? You guys just like hanging out in town, or is there like an event or some specific reason for hauling down here?
My one buddy, you guys remember Fudge and Klein. You guys would remember Mike, I think. He's planning the whole thing. I know we're going like charter fishing, I guess.
Oh, right on.
I think there's like a lot of drinking involved.
No, get the fuck out of here.
Really?
Remember when
Yeah, well,
I almost fought a bunch of your friends in your kitchen?
I'm working on limited information. But,
Cool.
yeah. So, yeah, I know 40's going to get fucked up.
You should document it with a GoPro.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time.
If one of you guys supply the GoPro, I will use it.
Fuck, that'd be great.
Just need to find something.
Just got to track down a GoPro for you.
Okay, final word on your Nintendo Switch. You've had it since it came out, right?
It's funny that you mentioned this because like when
It just broke?
messaged me, I was just playing it. I just downloaded. In fact, I think that's what was.
No way, you're
that's what I was
playing
doing.
video
I
games
downloaded
on
a
a
bunch of
Saturday
games.
afternoon?
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really nice out too.
Define really nice.
Dude, you can't
how
see
warm?
through your cardboard windows. It's
Yeah,
fine.
how the fuck
It's
would
like-
you know?
it's
You
like
live in
16
perpetual
degrees.
darkness.
It's super windy out though.
Well, that's an excuse to stay in.
What's the temperature up there? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, what's the
Yeah,
temperature?
well, it's like
10?
It's like 15 out right now. I
Fuck,
think.
it's warmer than here
But
right now.
yeah, but the wind really cuts into it. Like it's actually pretty chilly because of that, right?
Yeah, we're having a shit spring here. It's taking forever to warm up, so
Just started getting nice.
That's
just
not bad.
kind of just starting.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys could like take care of that before I get there, that'd be.
No, it'll probably be
Yeah.
okay by the time you get here.
We'll work on that.
We'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna get back to the.
Are there any events or anything we
No,
can go
there's
to
nothing.
while I'm there?
Well, I'm planning
No,
on beating
nothing
the shit out
happens
of you
here.
at some point.
We'll aim for another earthquake, maybe.
Oh no, wait! You said there's something going on, but is that
It's
in
in Vancouver.
Okay,
It's on
yeah.
the 25th.
There's a show in Vancouver. Ben's going to.
Well, let's just go to that then.
Yeah, fuck the bachelor party.
What show are you going to?
Rufus Du Sol. It's in the Malkin Bowl in Stanley Park.
Okay.
I like
it's like
that
an
venue,
outdoor
actually.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been. I'm pretty stoked
Saw
for it.
Steve
Never heard
Corporation
of
there
him.
a couple years ago. Was a good
Yeah,
one.
I've never heard of it either, but whatever. He can send us the details.
Have any of you guys seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2 yet?
It's
No.
out?
Yeah.
Shit.
I saw it on Thursday.
Does it suck?
Wow. Does it suck or is
Yeah,
it...
didn't the
it-
Weeknd do a song
it was
about
pretty
that? Like,
fun.
I'm a
I would
motherfucking
say
Star Lord.
It's at least as good as the first
Yeah, that
one.
wasn't funny.
So,
Sorry.
Wow.
If it's as good as the first one, good enough for me. The first one was
Yeah, the
pretty
first
good.
one was awesome.
I had a lot of fun. The third act, or like, you know, the last quarter, whatever, is pretty awesome.
Nice.
Kurt Russell kills it too.
Kurt fucking Russell?
Kurt Russell's in that shit?
Awesome.
As Snake
Yeah,
Plissken.
he goes to Living Planet.
He is a living planet?
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Ego. Hey, he's an old school Marvel character.
Huh.
Never
Is he
heard
a
of him.
tiny
Really
planet?
weird. In the comics, he was just a giant planet with a face.
I'm waiting to see how
Well-
they. Well, I'm probably gonna go see it this weekend. I want to know how they explain him
Let's do it.
looking like
yeah,
Kurt Russell and not a big orb.
It's
Yeah, we kind of blew it with
pretty
Logan,
good.
hey?
It's pretty
Yeah.
good. They
I saw it
changed a
on.
lot
I watched
of-
it at home.
They changed a lot of Star-Lord's origin from the comics, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Huh.
What is that sound? Is that coming out of your phone?
Yeah. It's
feedback.
It's digital talk.
They're talking. The magnets are talking.
It's like when you have a speaker up there.
Okay,
and you
Ford,
get a
we're
phone
gonna
call.
let you get back to
Fantastic.
Nintendo Land.
Lucky bastard.
Thanks. I gotta get ready for party tonight. So,
Later, bro.
yeah. Good luck, guys.
Oil up, bud.
Yeah. Use some lube, bud. See you later.
See ya.
Well, that was a nice little
Well, that took 10 minutes.
white horse.
That took exactly 10 minutes, Fudge. Have you been watching the time?
No, I'm just very good at guessing.
You're great. That was
That was
impressive.
a good 40-10. 10-40.
I try to waste time at work efficiently, so I got
So
a
you know
pretty-
how you-
I got a pretty good, like 10 minutes and under. I'm a pretty
You're
good
used
judge.
to it? Yeah, you don't
Oh,
get
nice.
busted.
Yeah,
Anything
that-
over 10 minutes, it gets a little
Yeah, that's
little
when,
dicey.
that's when you start to notice that I'm not there.
Some
Yeah.
shit gets cray.
Yeah.
He's been taking
wouldn't
a
want
shit
that.
for a long time.
Where are you working? I didn't
All
even
over
know.
the place.
Everywhere?
I'm doing floors again,
Oh, that's
right?
right. You're doing the
So
floors.
I was in Broadmead
Did you do that
this
dance
week.
company or the dance?
No, that's coming up on May Long.
Okay.
I was going to go to Bowen Island to hang out with some friends, but
Yeah, you were talking about that.
Gonna make some cash
Didn't
instead.
happen.
Steve and Sophie's place there?
yeah,
Make some cash instead.
yeah, can't really say no to it.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to make hay while the sun shines, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, whatever. You like what you last summer you made like what, a couple grand to go do your sound at a wedding instead of go to Sham.
Yeah, I mean, I made like, I don't know, 800
You don't need
bucks
to
or something.
disclose. You made a couple grand at least.
Yeah.
$15,000.
I
Three or four
made pretty good money, but I
Big
mean,
stacks.
He made $86,000.
Yeah.
that was my first
In one
time on
week.
Quadra Island, and I fucking love Quadra Island. And
It
in
is
fact,
a
I'd like
nice
to go to
island.
Quadra Island again this
Did you
summer.
find any
I
rogue
will
feet?
be. Let's do it.
No, but dude, it's fucking hot on Quadra. Like, it was crazy. It was like 30 every day on Quadra. It was beautiful for like a week.
You and the fucking feet.
I can never let it go. It was such a
Was it just Quadra?
Dude, that's my conspiracy
It was
theory
all over
right
BC,
there.
right?
I don't know. I thought it was just mostly Quadra Island. Just some savage dude cutting off feet,
Did
just
you guys-
casting them adrift.
Did you guys do your research
What are
this
they
week?
going to think about this one?
I'm
just gonna make it up
I have
and
my
wing it.
shit
I'm
here.
not gonna lie, I
Right.
fucking love conspiracy theories. That shit.
Yeah,
I
it's-
actually want to create my own, like the unified conspiracy theory that links
Whoa.
them all
The grand-
together.
the
The
grand
master
unified
theory.
theory.
Master theory
I
of
think
all
look,
conspiracies.
It could be the quadra foot theory that links everything together. Actually, they found JFK's foot a couple months ago.
yeah. Did some DNA research.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, I got some shit on the chupacabra here.
Oh, is that what was your, is that what your research was? The chupacabra?
Chupacabra.
Yeah,
The,
upcoming Taco Bell menu item.
Is that just Mexico or is that like Central America, South America?
Puerto Rico.
Okay, so
I
so
think
the
Central.
chupacabra is for sure armed with a knife at all times. Then yes,
No, he's
you
like
know Puerto Ricans that are knives.
he's like a vampire lizard kind of thing.
Like if a
Really?
wall gets built,
Yeah.
the first thing that's getting
Oh.
flung
I always
over
thought
the
it was
wall
like a
is
dog or
chupacabra.
like
Yeah.
a fucking.
Yeah.
I think that's what that's what workaholics took from the chupacabra, and they turned it into like a dog.
See, like the wall would be the perfect
I thought it
solution
was
to Puerto
furry.
Rico because they just stab it until
Nope.
their knives broke.
Well, I'll read you a little something about the chupacabra. So,
Learn us.
El Chupacabra, or Chupacabra, is a legendary cryptozoology creature that has been haunting various parts of the globe since March 1995.
Haunting.
The term chupacabra is derived from Spanish meaning chupar, which means to suck, and cabra meaning goat. So it's a goat suck. It's a goat suck.
sucker?
Quite literally, yes. This creature gained this dark mystical name from initial reports from Puerto Rico in '95. In March and August. There were attacks on more than 150 animals, and it left the officials dumbfounded. They couldn't figure out what the fuck was killing them, all their animals, so they were like, yeah, it's got to be the chupacabra, man. And they just sort of, it kind of pinballed from there.
Sounds like a lot of educated people came together to get to that conclusion.
Yeah, dude. Well,
that's how most of these things
Our
are.
animals are dying.
But-
It's probably
but-
a mythical beast.
No, but it's actually how they determined that they were dying. All those bodies had been drained, the blood had been drained, and they had big bite marks, fang marks on them.
So they
Was
shared
the cum
a common
drained as well, though?
They
The
shared a
cum
common thing.
was quite possibly so. All these animals were dying, but by the same thing. It looked like a vampire had fucking attacked them or something. So people were freaking out. They also made a movie. Oh, look at this.
A chupacabra ate my baby.
There's a movie starring Eric Estrada called Chupacabra versus the Alamo. So make sure you.
Oh my god!
Chupacabra's finally taken its plan to the next level and is assaulting the heart of Texas.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It says
all those tourists.
It's all coming full circle.
It says that the Mayans may have encountered the chupacabra many years ago as well.
Definitely.
This is looking to settle an old score with Davy Crockett.
In Mayan mythology, Kamatazos was a death bat or vampire bat, and stories reveal a creature with a bat or lizard-like face, 2 arms, and the ability to turn itself into a statue during the day. The creature's sharp snout even lends itself as a device that could blood suck from victims, hence the goat sucker. At Chupacabra, we love the chupacabra. So this I'm actually receiving. I should cite my sources, but this is from Chupacabra.
Yeah, in case any of you listeners really want to fact check this.
Yeah, if you want to
dethrunk
this, by all means.
I don't even know if we have an email you can get back to us.
But since those initial
Not yet.
sightings in Puerto
We
Rico,
only got one side.
chupacabras have gained worldwide appeal, and in some cases, worldwide sightings. Nearest and dearest to our hearts are sightings in North America. This includes a rash of sightings in Texas, Florida, and then it says Russia, China, Thailand, Philippines, and several other countries have
I
reported
fucking guarantee you
the
that
similar style killings of livestock. So
Getting around.
definitely, they're
What if
definitely
it's just
getting
a
around.
gang of rats?
I fucking guarantee you that as soon as meth became popular and it started transforming people into fucking creatures, that chupacabra sightings increased like 500-fold.
Can we play the trailer from Eric Estrada's Chupacabra versus the Alamo? Just like a little bit of that. That would be fucking glorious.
Drug-induced hallucination of
Yeah, just in case.
possible.
chupacabras.
So
Well,
if
it's kind
you-
of like the Yeti and the Sasquatch.
probably
Is
just
all
Eric
over the
Estrada.
fucking place.
I know.
He's probably just hitchhiking all over the place, sucking blood.
Is this it? This is the trailer for Chupacabra?
No, it's the whole movie.
Oh my god. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you guys want to check
the
that
first
out,
4-hour West Coast HighLife podcast, we're gonna live watch.
we're just gonna watch a movie and
not
tell
a
you
bad
about it.
idea.
Descriptive audio.
It'd be
In
like
this scene-
I bet you it'd be a really terrible, awesome movie to watch.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it looks bad.
I mean the poster is like 2 evil eyes above the title,
Right.
and then he's holding a shotgun with like a deer beside him or something.
Buddy, all you need to do is look at
That's
the
probably a
poster.
chupacabra.
All you need to do is look at the poster and see Eric Estrada's name top, and
Yeah.
you just know it's a bad movie.
Yeah. But if you guys do want to submit your sightings, you can do that at chupacabra.com. So if you do see a chupacabra, if you notice
okay.
your
All
livestock
right.
getting
I was
drained,
worried about that. Yeah.
vampire drained out, you can report your sighting to
Is
these
that like
guys.
a new like tracking thing, sort of like
Bigfoot?
MUFON? Have you heard of MUFON before?
No, let's move on.
I believe it's pronounced muffin.
Muffins.
MUFON. It is the Mutual UFO Network, and it's sort of like a big Google Maps type tracker that you can like pin.
So it's got like the hot spots.
You can drop a pin yourself and add to it or whatever, and it'll and then you describe the sighting or whatever.
Is it related to SETI at all?
No.
No.
SETI, eh?
SETI has some
SETI?
credibility.
Yeah. Okay. Like there's actual
Well, SETI's
there's money in
accredited
it.
scientists working
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Some people
MUFON
feel
just sounds like a way to contribute to a network of.
yeah.
That's like
false
Society for
sightings.
like Extraterrestrial Investigation. I think the acronym.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Search for extraterrestrial
intelligence.
intelligence.
And they just
or
kind of like
something
beam
that.
out radio
Yeah.
signals into space,
Yeah,
right? They just
and
kind of hope
Beam
for
and listen, I think so. Yeah.
Let me just tell you. Let's just reiterate the
I don't know
appearance
if it
of
still
the
exists
chupacabra,
anymore.
just so we
No,
remember.
we're done with chupacabras.
I don't
Okay.
think it does. What?
Fine.
Why? Hey,
But if you want to know what a fucking chupacabra
Because
is,
I don't
I
think
want to
it's
know.
coming at you,
We're
dude.
not quite done.
Okay.
no. Let's
going, Darcy.
just describe the appearance here.
I
Okay.
do want to know what they look like.
The most common description of the chupacabra is a reptile-like creature to have leathery or scaly grayish-gray skin, sharp spines or quills running down its back, and approximately 3 to 4 feet high. It stands and hops in a fashion similar to a kangaroo. So just don't fuck around with the chupacabra if you see it, man. It's going to kill you.
Can't jump Trump's wall.
Nope. Well, you know.
Gonna have to revert back to
Keeping out
Puerto
the
Rican
chupacabra.
techniques and
But
try and stab the
there's
wall
also
down.
a second description of a chupacabra. So there's the reptile-like, and
Yeah.
then there's the wild breed dog one.
That's the
Yeah.
one I'm familiar with.
And that's
but
the one that I think is more
It's
commonly
like kind of a
accepted North
furry,
America-wide.
mangy,
This looks like a street
scraggly
dog.
thing.
It says
It's like a
probably what
dingo.
it is.
mostly hairless and pronounced spinal ridge,
yeah.
pronounced eye sockets, fangs, and claws. Like unconventional predators, the chupacabra is said to drain all of an animal's blood and sometimes organs, usually through 3 holes in the shape of an upside-down triangle or through
Airtight.
2 holes. Airtight. You got it. So, yeah. Chupa mi verga, chupa mi cabra. Perfecto. Okay, that's it. That's it.
Thanks,
it.
D.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That was really.
That was
good.
well thunked out.
I came into a problem. How do you spell zoology?
ZOOLOGY.
Isn't that just zoology?
Yeah.
Zoo, Z-O-O.
But
Pronounced
it's
zoology.
definitely not a
Or no.
triple O.
Because that's what. That's what I put it down. It just doesn't
We are
look
not
right.
at White Spot.
Zoology.
You guys know triple O sauce is just salsa and mayonnaise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a friend of mine who
Is
worked
that
there
really?
told me that. I was disappointed.
That's
Salsa and
disappointing.
mayonnaise?
It's fucking
That's-
delicious. I think they also leave it in a room for like a day and a half.
Yeah,
It has to warm up and coagulate
Yeah.
a little
Ferment a little bit.
Yeah.
Zoology or zoology.
So how is
Okay.
it spelled?
that was so
That was a
important.
great
Zoology.
explanation.
So Fudge spelled it right? ZOOLOG?
Yeah.
Why?
Just zoo and then logi.
Fuck, that's how I first
Dude, my
spelled it. It
language.
just
You can't
looks
fuck
wrong.
with my language
Okay,
skills.
here's how
yo.
to
It should be
spell it in
pronounced
American.
zoology.
thing.
Zoology.
What's your pronoun?
Zoology.
Zoology.
Zoological.
Zoology.
I'm really excited to
Zoological.
announce that not only am I
Zoology.
polyamorous,
Zoology.
Zoology.
That was a lot of zoology spam.
Zoological.
All right. So I had the chupacabra. Who's next?
Chupacabra.
Who's up next with their myths?
I did chemtrails.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah, so I mean, if you don't know what chemtrails are, basically if you look up at the sky and you see a plane leaving a cloud trail behind it, the conspiracy theory is that the government is dumping some sort of chemicals into it that we are inhaling, and it's somehow changing our behavior. And my favorite thing about chemtrails is like an interview Prince did a while back, and he was like a
believed
big
in it.
believer in chemtrails, and he's like, yeah, like these planes would fly over, and then everyone would just start fighting.
He was probably really high in oxy at the time, though.
Probably. If you listen to the clip, it's really funny because he's like really emotional about it. But really, it's like planes leave behind contrails, and it's just condensation that the wing creates, and it's not like aluminum barium crap that they think it is.
No.
I think they also it's also speculated that they use it to change the weather,
Okay.
which they can do.
They
They can do
Naturally,
cloud
they do
seeding,
actually
yeah.
form clouds.
They do that in Dubai all the time.
They no, but I mean contrails actually will kind of create small clouds and make small changes to the weather.
Yeah, but
So it's not like our control.
yeah, contrails are a pretty big one. People are pretty passionate about arguing.
Well, there's
for
more and
or
more.
against.
Well,
of
you
them.
can-
as
you
air
can
travel gets more popular. They're everywhere.
You can seed clouds,
Thanks, Klein.
and then
Is your brain on a fucking 2-minute delay here? Because we just talked about this.
and then but people
And then
are,
you can't see them when they're
but
gone.
then people are confused because they're like
They linger for a long time.
they make people mad after, and
I
all
just
the
get
people are
mad when I
fighting.
see a contrail, and I just want to beat the shit out of the closest person next to me,
Yeah,
just on
totally.
principle. You
Totally,
know,
me too.
It's got nothing to do with the stuff I'm inhaling. I just
dangerous.
I see a plane making a cloud. I'm just like, fuck that shit.
You know what?
Rage.
It's time to throw down.
Rage.
I just take my shirt off and start swinging.
People get mad at that, but like nobody gets mad at like the diesel fucking fumes coming from a bus as you're walking down the street.
Can't really see it.
No, you can a lot of times. It's thick black smoke coming out.
You can see
What
it.
a shifting
Yeah, but it
gears.
doesn't
It's
like
been sitting
it doesn't
for a bit.
linger for hours, right? The plane will fly over, and then that contrail will sit there for
The contrail will,
for
yeah.
hours.
Yeah,
Spreading
but,
out.
But all and the plane exhaust, we don't care about that either. The jet fuel being
No.
But we were really
Fuck
paranoid
no.
about all this extra stuff. Anyways,
If you are interested, I don't mean to jump in on the chemtrails again, but I just have a little popular culture reference for the chupacabra.
Okay.
You really fucking sunk your teeth into this one. Eh?
There's
like
a super furry animals song called Chupacabras.
Okay.
You guys should check that out. They're pretty amazing. There's also just a few other things. In a special issue of Marvel Comics Fantastic Four, released in 2007, a group of chupacabras are featured as antagonists. So
I'm
they are
sensing an
used in-
upcoming chupacabra
Dude, there's gonna be a
podcast
pop-up
hosted by Darcy.
video chupacabra fucking something or other happening.
We'll have yeah.
Oh, there's also the myth of the chupacabra is mocked in a 2012 episode called Jupacabra in South Park. So just in case you missed that South Park
The
episode.
chupacabras.
Dude, the chupacabra, the chupacabra itself has a lot of popular culture
Got a
references
following.
these days. So Just in case you were, wanting to get back into the land of Bigfoot.
There might be a meal at Chipotle's called the Chupacabra.
There should be. It's probably filled with fucking cyanide.
Do you think
When
Chupacabra
are we
is
gonna
like
get Chipotle
Bigfoot's
up
dog?
here anyways?
I don't know. My friend Gord
It's
was just
not
talking
bad,
about
man.
it. He was saying
I've
that
had
it's
it in
pretty
Seattle.
good.
Like it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
It's like a little pricey.
Is it
for
like a Subway or
fast
something,
food.
or like a Mexican?
Yeah, it is a
It's
bit
a
Mexican,
Mexican grill.
You go there, it's like,
But you can build your own kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
You put your own ingredients.
and they charge you out
together.
the asshole for guacamole.
But didn't
Unfortunately,
they have like
Who
a
doesn't?
shit ton of health problems in the States? Like a bunch of them were getting shut down for
maybe just about every chain does though when you think
Yeah,
about
I guess
it.
so. But
Yeah, they prepare for that.
Yeah.
That's why they're lawyers. So they get all these lawyers on retainers.
maybe it
I
was
mean, if you go to
Chili's.
Chipotle and they get all huffy because it gives you the shits, like you kind of should have known better, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
it's not the fast food's fault.
I love how you can't wait to go there and have that problem.
Yeah.
I just get all huffy. Shit.
Looking forward to a terrible shit.
Oh, dude, I love Mexican food. I had a terrible shit today. I'm not. What am I thinking? I don't want to relive that.
Yeah.
What are the like American chains that we don't have up here that we need?
I don't think we need
Red
any
Lobster?
of it. Carl's Jr.
Red Lobster. Didn't we have a Red Lobster
Maybe we
at one
Yeah,
point?
we have red
Did we?
lobsters, don't we?
No, I think you're thinking of Sizzler. That's the down south.
There's a
Oh,
Red
In-N-Out.
Robin.
We don't have In-N-Out.
In-N-Out, yeah,
In-N-Out's
that
great.
would be
I had that
fairly
for
epic.
the first time.
That's like a burger thing, right?
I've never had
Yeah.
In-N-Out. Did you have that when you were in Arizona,
Yeah, California.
California?
Yeah, In-N-Out I think is only in California.
Is that right? Yeah.
Mostly, yeah, I think so. Southern California. They kept it like really localized.
Well, I mean, that's where Carl's Jr. started too. Is in California.
It used to
see-
be Carl Sr.
You see more. You see more of those than you see McDonald's down there
in California. Yeah.
Yeah.
The In-N-Outs?
In-N-Outs, Carl's Jr.'s, and
I
even
don't know.
Jack in the Box.
I
I
didn't
should have
see
gone to an
it-
In-N-Out,
I
but
didn't see
we
it.
didn't see one.
We almost went to one that night with Robin when we were in
Did we?
Los Angeles there.
Did we?
But we were too wasted
I
to
don't remember that. Yeah, I was
remember
pretty
what was
fucking
happening at that point.
Sounds fun.
That was
Pretty
fun.
drunk.
That
was
was
great.
fun.
We went to a strip club.
We
That was
did.
an- that was an
Except
intimate
it
strip
wasn't.
club.
It wasn't
LA
really.
strip club?
It was more of like a burlesque show.
Yeah.
I don't think we saw any tits or anything.
Yeah,
We
there
just-
were tits, but no
Did we see tits?
bottoms.
Oh,
But
no
that's like a
bottoms,
fairly
right.
American thing.
They were cut off at the waist.
But I gotta say-
they were performing on
I
wheelchairs.
gotta say one of the funnest
Look at the
things
tits on
is
that one.
taking like $20 and getting ones from the fucking lady
Oh,
at the
yeah.
bar and just making it rain.
Making it rain.
Dude, I tell you.
Yeah, Canada doesn't have a good
No.
strip club system.
Strip clubs are creepy here, man. Like you go there and it's just like a bunch of predatory dudes all fucking on sniffing row, and everyone has this. Everyone
Some
has
of
the
them are
same
classier
feral.
than
Everybody looks like they need a shower.
the Fox, like everyone there has the same fucking feral
Maybe
look
not
in their
There's
eyes.
only one. There's only one though. That's the thing,
Yeah.
right?
That is the only
There
one,
is
right?
only one.
No competition. So yeah, like
There's some classier ones in Vancouver.
I just don't really dig
Yeah.
the strip clubs,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like no girl that works there wants to be there.
Like
and,
Brandy's in
I
Vancouver.
don't know if any girl wants to be a stripper.
You just like you can smell the exploitation in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of like counterpoint to the whole stripping
There's
thing.
just like all these poor women that have been trucked over from Eastern Europe with the promise of a
there's two
better
sides,
life.
though,
They
right?
probably make more money than
There's
you, bud.
there's a lot of
That's
there's
not
a
saying
lot
a
of
lot,
research. There's a lot of research. There's a lot of research on
That you've done personally?
No, that I have read when I was studying at university here about strippers who see it as an empowering act and who don't take it as they're being subject and exploited. It's a totally different mindset.
That's
so
true.
I
it's
think
not
a lot of that
every
is probably
person-
just trying to put a positive spin on.
No, dude, that's written by like
I'm a
unbiased
dancer?
researchers trying to do social science research. Like,
I'm sourcing a paper that Tiffany Diamond wrote herself.
no, I mean they do interviews. It's called ethnographic research, and it's like stuff that
I
someone
believe
could
that.
justify
I
that
believe
as
that.
their fucking PhD thesis
Yeah.
on the empowerment of women stripping and the exchange between the viewer and the performer itself, and how some people view it as like, the person on stage is actually reduced and they're being just an object of somebody's gaze. But on the other spectrum, there are women who actually like get power from this shit. They have
I would
fucking control.
I would say that's entirely dependent on the type of
yeah,
club you're working at, right?
it's not. You can't say
I-
it's
I-
one or the
I
other.
know
Because like
super-
there's a far cry from like an upscale gentleman's club to like
Right.
the roadside strip
Yeah.
club where like everyone
sure,
there is
yeah.
like
Oh, I mean,
got,
venue
like,
has a
5
huge
teeth and dirty
impetus on
hands.
everything, right?
But
Like
I have
space and
a-
place are two of the biggest factors in creating what outcome actually comes out of scenarios. So like it's like like you say, some chick stripping at Brandy's in Vancouver or at fucking Joe's Barbecue in Langford or something, right? Like
you came
it's-
for the brisket and you stayed for the butts.
Yeah.
So architecture's super important in
Space and place is
sociology.
very important. Yeah.
I have a friend on Facebook who practices empowerment stripping and puts her shows on Facebook all the time.
Well,
So
she's
I'll
just an
like,
exhibitionist, or they're just
well,
an
she's
exhibitionist.
super feminist, like
Okay.
always into social justice causes
Yeah.
and but yeah, just loves to do her pole thing, clothes on but skimpy and whatever.
I think, you know what? I actually think...
Wait, just hold on. Clothes on?
Yeah, but she's got the pole. She's doing pole dance.
There's
It's
no
pole dance.
stripping.
It's a pole dance thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like a popular thing, though. Like, you can go, like, to a pole dancing class
Fitness
with,
class.
like,
Yeah.
45-year-old women.
Right, but if
start
it's just you
humping a pole.
and your webcam and a pole and you're
Yeah.
dressed skimpy and you're
Yeah.
putting that on your Facebook wall,
Yeah.
isn't that kind of weird?
I mean, it depends.
little bit.
It's all
Perhaps a
subjective,
little.
right? It's all subjective. Whoever, like, if she takes it as something that empowers herself
Yeah.
to be strong, then good
yeah,
on her.
that's
right?
how she
Like,
takes it. Yeah,
Other people are going to view that differently,
that's
but
why
it's
she's
all
doing
about
it. It's
Yeah, exactly.
totally about
And she doesn't-
power
She doesn't give a
empowerment.
shit what other people think,
Yeah.
probably.
Right.
Which is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's positive.
Get on her. Keep dancing on those poles.
Keep going,
I kind of
Raina.
want to release a
Just
pole
make sure
dance
you
video.
Oh, dude.
I think it'd be awesome.
right now.
Yeah. I think some of the nuttiest, nastiest shit, though, is like, if you guys see the poles, like, I remember when I had done that work downtown to set that place
just
up.
wanted to start talking about that too. When you
Yeah.
see him wipe him down after every
Oh, dude,
act.
it's just so greasy. No, they actually, like, they will wipe it and then they'll, like, grease it up.
Yeah.
So it's like, but
What?
have you ever? Yeah, they grease the pole up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the girl's skins get
Yeah,
stuck
yeah,
on it,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And I have
love-
been there.
I love
when-
how you're saying grease instead of grease. I
yeah,
love it.
yeah,
It's
they
like,
grease it up, right? And it's-
Dunburn isn't greasy.
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah, that's just it. And then if it hasn't been done and there's like a girl trying to spin, you can hear like the skin ripping. And it's just like,
that's
oh
horrible.
my God. Like, fuck.
Second-degree burns.
Basically.
Yeah, it's greasy.
Oh, greasy. Yes, indeed.
That's greasy.
It
That's
definitely
really
is. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know how we got on that stripper tangent, but
I don't know. Where were we?
I don't know if I want to get off it.
oh, man.
Hopefully it's...
We were
This kind
talking
of
about-
leads back into, has a woman ever achieved orgasm from sitting on the
Yeah,
floor during an
that's-
earthquake?
I've been stewing on that one. I wonder if it's...
You've
It'd have
seen
to be
that-
pretty high on the
you've
Richter
seen-
scale. I
Yeah,
think.
because I mean, I've heard of chicks sitting on washing machines back in the 80s.
and the,
Yeah.
and the speaker in Howard Stern's
It's a
movie,
cliche.
Private
Yeah.
Parts, right?
Oh, that's right. She gets off on like a subwoofer or something
Yeah,
like that.
he gets onto the
I mean, you can
microphone.
probably do it.
and-
I've seen video
Turns
like
the sub
porno
all the way
videos
up.
of girls just like riding a pillow to get off.
Yeah. Well, I just don't know if the frequency is enough.
I've
like,
seen some
fast
weird
enough.
shit.
Have you seen the
online.
one with the balloons?
It's more of a shudder.
Yeah,
Sorry, what?
I've seen
Humping
cakes.
a balloon?
yeah, like she rubs
it pop?
balloons against herself.
There's a cake one too.
That makes that horrible sound though, probably, right? Like that.
Cake
yeah,
farts.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go into it. But
Sorry, going to what? Cake farts?
Yeah.
Please do, because I don't know what that is.
Expand.
I can't. Were they sitting on
This
the
is
cake and farting,
educational.
or were they just farting on the cake?
I think they're just no. I think
And I've also seen ones where like they put like powdered sugar in their ass crack or flour and they fart and you can see the
it's a sparkles,
Like a confetti cannon?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
sparkles and whatnot.
Oh, man.
That is educational.
That's good. That's
I,
good.
I learned something new today.
I would
I'm
like to
happy
see one of
about
those videos synchronized to like da 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 da. Yeah.
21 guns.
Just really
salute.
class up a cake fart.
That'd be pretty good.
This is a
that.
sophisticated
Two girls,
cake
one
fart.
cake.
girls one cake. Yeah.
So Hobie,
Oh,
do you
yeah.
have
Yeah,
one
what's
for us
your,
this
uh,
week?
Oh, you want my conspiracy theory? Hold on, let me
there,
just get
Hobie.
my information
We'll go
here.
do Kleiner's last.
I did the Hollow Earth,
Oh, that's a good one.
also
Hollow
known
Earth
as the
theory.
inner Earth, because of course they can't really decide if it's hollow or if it's honeycombed or if there's
Isn't there magma in there?
Yeah.
no,
I was
no,
thinking
there
like
isn't
the hot
any magma.
magma.
What there is a miniature sun in the middle of
Oh.
our Earth.
Oh, so that's how the dinosaurs survive.
Yeah, they're all living there right now.
It's like Rufus's heat
And
lamp.
the Earth's center of gravity is in the crust, so the people on the inside are like the reverse of us. Like we're standing on the outside, and they're standing on the inside.
Oh, like the gravitron.
Yeah, exactly. They're standing on a gravitron inside, And
Maybe they
it's
invented the
lush
Gravitron,
and
and that's like
tropical.
their
I love
gift.
that ride, man.
Beautiful. That was kind of cool. Yeah.
That was a fun ride.
I
Some
mean,
people
the
were really-
memories are fun, but when you think about it, like there's really not a lot
It's
to
fucking
it.
simple
Right?
as hell, but it's
No.
brilliant.
But I remember people
I've
kind of
seen
like
people
trying to
throw up on
stand
that
up.
motherfucker too.
No, dude, the best is the carny guy in the middle who was like always like,
Yeah.
he was like the coolest carny. Like that was the guy who was like, man, I worked 20 years to get this fucking job, and now he had like the helm of the Carneyville, and he could fucking play his thunderous like grunge
Right in the
music
middle,
and,
right?
and like get everybody hyped.
And pull all the levers.
Yeah, hey girls, how you doing? Everybody out there ready for a good Gravitron? Woo!
I feel like they just push like one button now, though.
Oh,
It's
probably.
like go,
Yeah.
stop.
The other one's emergency stop.
Emergency
Somebody's
stop, someone's chuffed.
Stuck in the gears.
Dude,
Fuck, those things move fast too. You wouldn't want to get stuck in any gears.
that's
got to
be like
Typically, you just don't want to get
number
stuck in
2 on
gears
the
of
like
any
most
kind.
gainful employment list of a carny is like, how good are you at cleaning up puke? Because I mean, really,
Yeah.
that's probably like half the job.
Oh.
The longer criminal record you have, the better.
They're like, yeah, I did 20 years of Chino,
They
man.
just like won't hire non-criminals.
Oh fuck! Sorry, we got distracted. So
okay,
back to this.
So
yeah.
back to the completely hollow Earth. Now it's a weird one, but it always
Carnies.
comes back to Nazis on this one, which you're doing a Nazi thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because the
Weird.
Nazis were a big part of this.
Those
Apparently
guys were
they
so
found
industrious.
It. They did love the occult, right? So apparently Hitler was all about the hollow Earth, which is probably
crazy.
bullshit. But there's also there's this one American admiral, Admiral Byrd, and of course he gives the whole thing credibility because he went out there with some ship. And
He was a
apparently-
flat Earth
He,
kind of
he
guy.
was a pilot, and he flew over top of it. Apparently, he flew into the hollow
He
Earth.
drove his ship.
Oh
into
yeah.
He drove. Wait, hold on. Now they call him Admiral, but he's a pilot, so I guess he could be a Navy pilot. Anyways, it seems kind of confusing.
They also called David Robinson the Admiral, but he was just a center for the San Antonio Spurs.
What's his journey to the center of the Earth like? Prefaced by an acid drop, or
Is Brendan Fraser there?
Probably. Although it was a little bit early for acid. When did that get invented?
He
That
did
was in
like
the
a sweet
60s, wasn't
reverse
it?
dunk and
Yeah.
broke the
Yeah,
crust
Yeah,
of
well,
the
when
Earth.
is this theory
This was
from?
like from the 20s.
Maybe he
This
was
is a really old theory.
eating bark.
It really got popular after the First World War.
DMT, man.
Because of the Nazi thing, because they were trying to find it, and then people thought they had found it, so they sent out this expedition to the South Pole to try and find the Nazis.
Yeah.
And another thing is apparently no planes are allowed to fly over any of the poles. So they're thinking
Does that still
air
happen?
traffic. Yeah,
Like
it does
there is
happen.
still some
But
kind
I
of
believe that
tube-like opening.
I believe
but,
the
like, they
reason for
fly
that
over the
is
Arctic
'cause
Circle
it's,
all the time.
yes, but not
Oh.
directly over the poles. There's like
Oh.
a no-fly zone. But I believe that's because of the
Magnetism.
The
sensitivity.
Cirrus,
Magnetism would be one of them. The navigational systems would be fucked. And I believe they're the most environmentally sensitive areas on the planet.
Or it's just the Earth's
These two
butthole.
poles.
Butthole.
Yeah, and it just shits out cake.
It's a rare natural occurrence. Shout out a perfect chocolate cake.
I believe
man.
there's some blame of Nazis. There's blame of Jews. Have you noticed how a lot of these things always come down to hating Jews?
Yeah.
That's a big part of it. Like
Doesn't
Zionism, hating. Conspiracy theorists are not alone.
Oh man.
And they're all very religious when it comes right down to it. I've noticed that a lot of these conspiracy theories are based on religion.
Well, typically,
But
like,
who's-
religious people, I'd say on average, aren't quite as educated as other people, so it's a lot
No.
easier to
And
trick
they
them into
easily
these
believe-
far-fetched ideas.
Yeah, they'll believe anything.
I mean, if you believe in an invisible man that lives on a cloud,
That's
I mean,
right.
it's the table's wide open.
Little hop, skip, and a jump away to fucking anything.
So who's on the inside of the Earth, though, in these theories?
Uh,
Mostly
what?
aliens
Mordor.
or a highly advanced
Wouldn't-
race of people.
If they're aliens, I mean,
Multiple
wouldn't-
aliens.
Wouldn't
Wouldn't
they
they
be,
also just be native to
Yeah,
Earth?
would they be like the real Earth people, and then we'd be on
No,
the
because they
outside?
came here from other planets and they've been living.
Oh,
They need the
underground.
heat
And,
down
and the
there.
reason that the 40s this came out is because of nuclear holocaust disaster. People were
Right.
I mean, that's when the UFO thing started taking off too.
Yeah.
Basically, people thought the world was going to blow up, and also that we were sending out brand new spectrum of light to the world, which we were. Now,
with the
theoretically, now aliens would know that we have nuclear technology.
atomic
Whereas before the
explosions
40s, we didn't.
Right.
Just in case you guys
It's
want
like
to
a big signal flare.
Plutonium and shit like that doesn't exist naturally.
If you
Right.
want to follow up on this, there's always a great film called Journey to the Center of the Earth, starring Brendan Fraser.
Well, that's an old
From
Jules
2008.
Verne
That's no,
book.
dude. You
That's
had
an
it
old
wrong.
book.
You had it totally wrong. It's that's actually a documentary that was filmed in real time.
No editing.
No,
Like BBC.
one shot,
No,
one
that's
cut.
that's an
BBC
old
came
fucking
along. Richard
book.
That's an old
Attenborough's
book,
on,
yeah.
the, on
Yeah.
there, and it's
Like this, the idea that the Earth was hollow is, I think, ancient. Like ancient idea.
There's a. If you looked on Wiki, there's this crazy old map that was drawn.
Earth can't be flat and hollow, can it?
Actually, they do try to make a compromise for those two.
Do they?
Because a lot of conspiracy theorists are like love them all.
They realized there was a crossover and they had to kind of hammer out an agreement.
You've got to find something.
They had to validate each other's bullshit.
Again, because religion always comes into it, so they have to be a place for hell. And so there's hell is down always. So they have to find some way to make these conspiracies fit in with the Bible.
Well, I guess now hell is Detroit. So it totally opens up the center of the earth for new aspects.
That's true. God, does anyone live there? Is that even a city?
No, everyone died there.
Everyone's just dead.
It's Mad Max. There's only one person living in Detroit because he's the only one left. He's murdered everybody else.
But he's fused like 20 cars together. Make one supercar.
Yeah, you
like
remember,
a mega car.
What was that dinosaur that you used to be at like monster truck shows? Breathe fire. Like
Truckosaurus?
That's just what that's his vehicle. That's his daily driver.
Man, it always comes back down to truck month.
Truck month.
Good thing it's still truck month.
Oh man, I didn't take advantage of truck month. In fact, I didn't even know it was a fucking real thing.
There's still time.
No, I think the month is over.
It's a 14-month truck month.
It never stops. Truck here.
I just like if there's like a break,
Truckathos.
if there's a break in silence, like when I'm hanging out with a group of people, I just love bringing up. Does anyone know it's still truck month? I just want to like bring the awareness.
Summertime. That's truck month.
So, what's your favorite truck?
Oh, how can you pick just one?
I like the Ford Raptor right now. It's pretty badass.
That's such an asshole.
Talk about
truck.
Truckosaurus.
It's a
cool
race truck.
It is.
A race truck.
Well,
That's
pretty
Pretty much, it's got like a
That's
fucking
stupid.
800 horsepower engine in it.
Yeah.
And those covered,
This truck goes 250 miles an hour.
the covered trunks or whatever. Those are dumb.
Commercials are so ridiculous.
Perfect
For
for picking
hauling
up
my
after your first stint in the
Sea-Doos.
patch and drunk driving it into the median.
I just got all these Sea-Doos in the back of my truck. Holy shit, Bert. Run over
Have
a
you guys
fucking
seen
median.
all the new bike lanes? There's bike lanes up the
Yeah,
fucking
so a
gang.
lady got hit and broke her arm yesterday.
Oh, on Pandora?
Yeah, first victim.
Because, my God, that is super confusing.
You're not so. It's not that
You can't-
confusing.
you
I
can't- you
thought
just
it was
can't turn right
confusing.
off of
There's
it.
no turning
There's
right.
a sign. It's very clear. It's like
There's no turning right.
shows a red light and it shows this arrow saying crossed out. Saying don't.
It might
do
be
that
very
on a
clear, but
right
it's
turn.
fucking frustrating.
But you get...
I want to turn
I-
right.
It's on one street.
I want to.
No, it's on all the streets.
It's on just Pandora though.
But the problem is there's like literally, I
Cooking
counted
Pandora.
about 5 seconds where you're allowed to turn right.
As a car.
Yeah, as a car.
Yeah.
Literally only 5 seconds.
You better
the bike
be on
lane
it.
goes yellow and then it stops.
well, when it's
and
green,
then you have
got
about 4 seconds while the normal light turns yellow.
oh.
And then as soon as you're red, everything's red.
They got a lot of smoothing out
You
to
can't
do to
turn
this
right on a
process.
Well, you
red.
know what? It's actually traffic lights are a big problem in our city. They're not timed right, and they don't have any intelligence to
that
them.
has been
They
a
should just
problem for a
abolish
while.
them, like in the song "Highway to Hell." No stop signs or speed limits. Let's just let it figure itself out.
Just anarchy?
Yeah.
I kind of thought that. Get rid of the lines.
We need to get rid of some old
Just
people.
fucking
Put 'em on
Old
some
people
bikes.
talk about Mad Max.
Old people are like the biggest draw in the economy because they take so much money in healthcare.
There will be less cars on the road when they're all autonomous, and
There should be a
you can
cutoff
send
for
it home.
age now.
April auto sales slips
I can't wait for that.
are at record high.
We want to know truck sales on truck.
Yeah, really, dude. Focus.
There's a lot of trucks, man, in the
We're
States.
talking trucks here.
Dude, okay, so how about this?
That's a really truck guitar chord, man.
Truck orders hit 20,000 plus units for 5th consecutive month.
The music playing right now just makes me want to get
This
like a
is so
case
truck.
of Bud Light, drink it all, and
Yeah.
then crash my truck into my other truck.
Truck on truck.
Drive with my backup truck.
Going downtown, have a foreign truck or two.
What's
So
your
truck sales are still good though. Then
Crazy, but in the States they're massive right now. I don't know about Canada.
See, I thought they rolled out Truck Month a
As
little
soon as
early this year because, you know, like,
It's been
when,
like
when the truck pups
consecutive
are
truck
hatched,
month.
they need to have time to grow up.
Yeah.
Because if they get pushed to market as pups still, they'll just
Immature.
they'll get eaten by monster
That's
trucks.
right. They won't be able to make it in the world.
Monster trucks are a natural predator of regular
Truckzilla.
trucks.
Trucks,
and especially baby trucks.
Big trucks eat smaller
the
trucks.
monster truck will kill a baby truck just on principle.
Yeah.
It's like a bear, you know.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even eat it.
Well, the
They'd
truck
just-
kills its young so it can mate again.
yes.
Because trucks are like always in heat.
It's kind of like don't lions do that?
Dude, they have thermometers in them. You can see how hot the engine
Guts,
is, right?
glory,
This truck's engine is hot as fuck.
ram.
It needs to fuck. You know?
Needs to work itself up to that
All right,
temperature, though.
this music's getting us too revved up. We gotta calm down.
Getting a little bit excitable.
Okay.
Fuck,
So,
can we Uber a truck ride home?
You can probably Uber a truck.
Uber trucks.
They have like all that variety in Uber. So I'm sure
Actually,
you
I think
could.
only Lyft does trucks.
Is that right?
Yeah, Lyft kit.
Right.
Does
Yes.
Victoria have Uber yet?
No, they also don't have like
No.
monster truck
BC
car
doesn't have
shares.
Uber yet.
Could you
They do
imagine how
have a
fucking
monster
cool
truck.
it'd be if they had a
Maybe not.
monster truck car share?
That would be.
You just take out Bigfoot for like a day.
People just fucking destroy those things in no time.
Oh yeah, well then what else are you gonna do with a monster truck? Just go for a fucking casual
No, you-
cruise up Dallas Road? Of course you're gonna run over fucking baby
everything.
trucks.
You jump cars and little mini trucks.
You're
and
gonna
shit,
take
yeah.
it right to the GMC
But,
lot
like,
and get the fresh
I'm
truck
sure if you
pups.
put an inexperienced driver behind a monster truck wheel, they'd be fucking crashed over in 10 seconds.
No.
Yeah.
They gotta be impossible to roll over. Look how big the tires are.
Impossible? No way. They do have some big fucking tires. That's true. Okay, so
If I could
license.
rent a monster truck, I would like construct a jump and then jump it into the cop shop. And then just let it feast on all the cop cars.
Dinner is served.
Yeah. Just nothing with like spilled radiator
What if the
fluid
cops have
and
a
wreckage.
monster truck, though? Cops might have one in their
Oh
garage.
man, that's like Clash of the Titans.
fuck.
Like Bigfoot versus
Didn't see that
Gravedigger.
coming.
Bigfoot
Look,
versus
I've never actually gone
Gravedigger.
to one of those monster trucks.
Dude,
yet.
we should live podcast from a monster truck rally.
There's
It
probably-
would be totally
That would
noise
be-
appropriate.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll be able to hear us
It only
crystal
happens.
clear.
I hear they only happen on Sunday.
Yeah, the triple Sunday. It only
Oh.
comes a couple times a year.
Man, I always work on Sundays.
Sunday. Me too. Fucking hell.
Truck Sunday. Yeah, you guys work
You would,
tomorrow,
think,
don't
you
you?
would think part of the pageantry of Truck Month would just be lots of monster truck rallies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
not enough.
Well, they
like,
gotta give the baby trucks some due respect too.
yeah, well,
the half tons,
they have to have
full
a goal,
tons,
right?
You gotta
extended
start somewhere,
cab.
man.
Like, oh yeah, I want to grow up and be just like a work truck that hauls shit around.
I
Like,
gotta
that's
get
not very
swole.
glamorous. Like it's admirable as a blue collar trait, but I mean, really,
Garbage trucks.
Yes.
Do you think they call it Lorry Month in Britain?
probably.
Yeah, those
probably.
fucking weirdos.
Yeah, they're strange. So did we do all of our conspiracies?
No, we haven't heard Klein's
Klein.
yet.
I still have one. Yeah, so it kind of
Speaking
actually.
of Nazis,
Yeah, it connects perfectly with Hovey's. So I did, I guess, Nazis on the Moon. It's,
Okay.
it's
which
one
is a
of the,
movie, isn't it?
Yeah, there was a movie they made of Iron Skies. It's kind of a play on it. A joke. It's kind of a comedy.
I think they did something similar with the Hollow Earth, like Nazis in the Earth or Nazi under. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, it's kind of a common theme. So I guess
but this is a
Journey
recent
to the
movie,
Center of the
right?
Universe, or Center of the Earth with Brendan Fraser. 2008.
I think they might even make a sequel to it.
Oh my god, it probably was kind of funny then.
Iron Sky. Yeah.
Yeah, I did see a portion of it, and it was pretty entertaining what I saw. But
You got a hefty 5.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
yeah, it's
Not
obviously
bad,
a terrible
not bad,
movie.
not
It's
bad.
like
That's 1.1
terrible-
better than
That's
the
okay.
Journey to the Center of the Earth. So.
it's terrible on purpose, right?
Yes, yeah, they weren't trying to make a good movie.
Right.
So what's the deal here?
so, yeah.
Hitler escaped and went to the moon.
It.
Is that the gist of it?
I don't want to get into that part of it, the theory, because Hitler escaped is its own conspiracy theory.
Yes, yeah.
So
it's in mine too. Yeah. It's where he escapes.
clip of
and
Iron Skies.
goes somewhere.
That was just Iron Sky's clip. There.
So like I mean, there's theories about him escaping to Argentina and being cloned. You could
Yes,
do.
that's right.
Hitler has so many offshoot theories.
I don't know about the cloning bit. That's new.
Oh,
They don't even have cloning, but I guess.
we'll come back to that then.
Okay.
Okay.
So in the like you said, the UFO stuff started showing up a lot in the 40s,
Yep.
sort of after the war. So
Yep.
the Germans had a bunch of crazy engineering and scientists during the war.
Yeah.
And even a lot of like Allied generals have said, like, if we didn't end the war when it did, like the German technology that was about to come out would have changed the face of the war completely. Like they had the first autonomous jet fighter. They had the first jets coming out. They had the first autonomous missiles that they are using, which was the V1.
The V1 rockets.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
they
the
were-
V2 came
They
online.
were
like
technologically.
it would have been
advanced,
crazy.
for
So
sure.
so there's theories that like the Nazis were occultists, like you said, and they were getting information from outside source, potentially aliens or
Definitely.
ETs,
Yep.
and they were using that to use technology to build their own UFOs and discover anti-grav technology. But there's also, more, I think more based in grounded in reality theory, which is they had the best scientists in the world. A lot of them, like Werner von Braun, came over to the States and became the main scientists for NASA that took us to the moon. So
allegedly.
All right. Conspiracies on conspiracies on conspiracies. Anyway, so the theory goes that they had an offshoot spaceship and they made it to the moon and they started a colony on the moon, assumingly.
Right.
On the
they
dark
actually
side?
had a spaceship.
Yeah.
On the dark side, or
That
like a
could go to the
subterranean
moon.
lunar colony?
Well, there are always subterranean elements.
Well, the
to
moon is hollow as well, so it's it's
Thought
kind
it was made
they
of cheese.
They can go underneath it. Nope, totally hollow.
But this will be really interesting in the next, probably 10, 15 years to see if there's going to be another moon mission or
I hope
'cause
so.
It makes more sense to go to the moon first and establish a colony there.
Oh yeah, as a colony.
Yeah, and then go to Mars.
But
Right.
it's so close, though. If something was to happen,
Didn't they give
to
them a
Earth,
budget to
at
go to
least
Mars or
Mars is
something?
far enough away that you'd expect that system could survive based on.
I'm not holding out for a Mars colony anytime soon. Not
No.
within our lifetime,
no.
dude.
Yeah, I mean, we could get to the moon a lot faster.
We can
and
get to
easier,
Mars
but-
in 8 months.
You get to Mars a lot faster from the moon as well, with like lower gravity, easier to launch rockets from.
And you can service things from
Yeah, the
another
moon
base.
would be a good base station.
You need a moon base.
Yeah, we do need a moon base.
You need a
Totally.
moon base.
I agree.
But the variation in temperature is very dramatic. So
yeah.
it's like a 200 plus degree centigrade change from night and day, or from dark to
light.
Yeah, basically every 2 weeks it'd be a dramatic change in temperature.
I don't know how this is the answer to that problem, but I'm probably truck month.
Well, I think giant trucks would be the answer.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Space-
basically,
They have climate control.
not people is the answer. We always tend to think that like people are going to go to space, but we're sending up robots and probes and shit. It's not going to be people. Sadly, no space cowboys.
But what's weird is how many people actually signed up to go to Mars that just like hate life here and know that there's no way back. And they're just like, yeah, fuck it. I hate everyone. Send me there.
exactly the person you want to be stuck on a spaceship with.
Let's establish a colony based with all those people.
It's like a bunch of depressed people that just don't want to live.
It's like after Mars is colonized, it's just
Are
a
we
culture of
there
haters.
yet? Yeah, no, we're gonna cry all those people when we send them over.
Like the 150,000 years from now, Martians are just like all really surly, douchey people because the people that started the colony are just
Have you seen The
assholes.
Expanse? Have you watched the show
I
The
have it
Expanse?
downloaded. I'm going to watch
So-
it. Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay,
But the Martians are totally like that. They're like totally dickish.
Sour.
Yeah, so sour, man. It's funny.
But they get treated like shit.
Yeah,
right?
of course. But their tech is the best. So
Martian
like-
tech?
the Martian tech is the
Cool.
best.
It's like Mars colony is like the biggest thing in human history, and then like 2 years later, they colonize like a way cooler planet. Like, that, like
Screw you guys.
It's like way lusher and better.
like when girl babies are born, they just have like better acids or something like that because of the gravity.
yeah.
Oh, dude. Speaking of The Expanse, Cuddy from The Cut is like in that shit. I was like, he was not the guy I
tight.
expected.
It's Dennis.
Dennis, Cuddy, whatever, same deal.
The Cut.
Yeah, it's just from The Wire. Dennis from The Wire.
That was my favorite. That was one of my favorite. I loved that character, but I loved it when the guy who was putting up the boxing gym was like, "Cuddy, right?" He's like, "Nah, man, Dennis." Like,
Yeah, when he's trying to clean
he
up.
had become a dynamic
He's
character.
trying to clean up his act.
I
yeah.
missed that show. I was hoping Maddie would lend me his box set of the Wire DVDs, but
Yes.
But
Well,
no,
he didn't.
He didn't
You can
trust
just watch it all on Solar Movies. You got to get yourself a laptop or something, dude.
Yeah, that is a pretty damn good site.
So
Yeah,
the
it's-
new streaming Pirate
This is
Central.
the new streaming central.
Yeah, it's like Netflix.
It
It's
is.
like Netflix, but you don't pay for it.
Exactly.
I think I'm getting rid of Netflix now. I've seen just about everything on there that I want to watch.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying Amazon Prime. I gotta say.
Right.
There's 3 really good shows.
How many machines do you get to log in at once?
3. That's not a very high number.
Yeah, but right now it's just getting. I mean, there's more than that on there, right? But
They
I
have
enjoy
like
3
Man of
shows.
the High Castle on that one too, right?
Yeah, and I'm not even counting that show
Yeah.
because I actually found it hard to get into. And I'm not counting Grand Tour, but they have American Gods. That you guys need to see that.
American Gods.
Yeah, definitely look that up. There's Mozart in the Jungle, which is a really well done show, one of the best shows I've seen. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot's kind of neat.
Yeah, Netflix didn't have that.
Mr.
either.
Robot?
Yeah.
Is that the one about the dude who's like the programmer guy? or
Yeah, he's
something?
super like Aspergery and like has like a drug
Super
problem.
Asperger.
Christian
okay.
Slater's his
He
dad.
can't commute. He
Asperger's.
can't. He
Isn't
can't.
that's a
Right. Yeah.
it's a
I
mild
think
form of autism.
I think
Yeah.
I watched a few of those. I also watched something called 11/22/63 recently. It's like an old Stephen King. He wrote a book about this. Basically, this guy goes back into the past to stop the JFK assassination. And the lead actor is James Franco, who at first I was like, oh, I don't know if I can like take him in a serious role, but it's actually pretty good.
Dude, I fuck with James Franco. I
Do
think
you?
he's an
feel-
entertaining actor.
I like him.
I feel like that whole like change the past time travel thing is just like, is that still what they're doing? Like, it just doesn't make any
I
sense.
feel like he wrote this book
It
fucking
can't-
ages ago.
It doesn't make any sense. Oh, Stephen King.
Oh
right.
shit!
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the
trailer for
Gunslinger
It?
trailer?
Or no,
Yeah, I have seen the trailer
I
for
watched
it.
I watched the Gunslinger trailer last night. It
Wow.
looks badass.
Yeah.
The ending of that book just drove me, or the series drove me fucking nuts. It
Like bad
really
way or
it
good
really
Which one?
upset me.
What series?
The Dark Tower series.
Oh, okay.
Why?
It's like.
Why? Is that when he
Do you
started
want me-
writing
do you want me
himself
to give
into
it
it
away
or
or
whatever?
big-
I don't
Based-
know it. I didn't read the books.
Okay,
Because that pissed a lot
I
of
just
people
know that
off. I
they're
know
cool.
that.
No, it just did it piss a lot of people off?
Yeah, a lot
Okay,
of my
well,
friends were not so happy about that.
Okay, spoiler alert. You can turn off your computer if you don't want to hear the end of the
That's
Dark
right.
Tower series. But essentially, like at the end, Roland, the main character, defeats the Man in Black and goes into the Dark Tower, and it just transports him back to the first part of the first book.
Oh, so it
it's
starts
like-
all over.
So it was like
again.
I read all this for nothing.
That's
I mean,
big.
it was a fun read for sure, but I was not satisfied with the way
cop-out.
it was.
It's kind of better than he just wakes up from a dream.
It could have been done in a bunch of different ways, but
Yeah.
the books are really good. They're really well written. He did a novella that he released a couple years ago that I really liked too. My parents are both really into Stephen King.
God, he's
the
put out a
trailer
lot of
for
shit.
It looked pretty scary. Like I don't like scary movies
Dude, that
because they
movie
make me feel like a
freaked
pussy.
me out when I was a kid. Holy shit.
I just don't
It-
like clowns. So
Dude,
I'm
that
never
it's
gonna
just
watch
like when you first see it and
Super
he's in the
ominous.
storm drain. It's just like the contrast of how white and red it is to
Yeah.
the darkness of the
Ugh.
sewer. It just it does such
Yeah.
a good job of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
hitting that nerve and being creepy.
It's definitely creepy.
It's a very creepy.
And the
Yeah.
it. It's
guy,
turned into a meme though. It's
Who
a
did
pretty
they-
funny meme.
who did they get to do the voice of it? Or the
It was
clown?
Tim Robbins in the first one.
This is the new guy. He's like
Or
Norwegian
no, sorry,
or something.
Tim Curry.
Right. Okay.
This guy's he was in Hemlock Grove. He played the
Okay,
vampire
yeah.
dude. He's like the younger guy. But yeah, do we have any hot takes? Are we gonna do a hot take, fast opinion on anything?
Yeah, we need a drop for hot takes.
Yeah, we need an audio drop. Like
What the fuck is hot takes?
Hot takes is
Well,
when
I guess-
I give you guys a subject and you give me your first impression, and we go around the horn. And if we hit on something, we'll revisit it.
Okay.
but it's
okay.
basically like you get a sentence.
And what did you guys want for it?
Hot take number 1: the election. Mark, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts?
I realized that I was listening to the debate today. It's all fucking a bunch of horse shit. They were all just yelling at each other. That's all I got. No one gives a shit.
I like the crazy old man in that was like, "I'm the boss here," or we
One
listened
of
to
the
like the
Weaver or one of the actual
no, his name was like Zimmerman or
one of
something
the hosts
like that.
or something like that.
Yeah, no, this was for the Victoria one.
So interesting point. So
I'm thinking BC.
Creative BC is a program that the government had set up to.
Hey, we're doing hot takes here. This take better be hot.
This is going to be a fucking hot paragraph, so you can suck a big old dick.
See, this totally defeats the purpose of doing this.
Dude,
hot
it,
take.
It makes sense.
It's got to
okay?
be hot.
Creative BC.
Hotter.
Okay, Creative BC, money promised to the arts. Money supposed to be received by the arts approximately 1 week before the election. Fucking bribery. Done.
Very true.
There you go.
Corruption is a problem
It's all
here.
no. It's all like their whole like creative. The money they're giving out to the arts is all timed to come exactly before you're supposed to go vote. So it's totally fucking rigged.
Right, I see what you mean.
Okay, so
Carry on.
Encouragement.
I saw
maybe
a
not
poll
bribery.
that showed what people cared about the most. Big surprise, economy. What they cared about the least.
Housing.
Energy.
Really?
Yeah.
The
and
least?
yeah, and all of our like BC's a resource-driven economy with a $10 billion project called Site C Dam.
Yeah, we
going
used to have the cheapest price for hydro anywhere.
Hotter.
Yeah, well,
hotter.
Instead of them
Cheaper than
putting money
Quebec?
into letting a new industry of solar and wind power and people powering their own shit at home grow, they want it to be all centralized and controlled by BC Hydro for this bullshit make work project that actually reduces agricultural land. And they just want to sell the power to the south anyway. So, and our rates are going to go up. So anyways, yeah, election.
They already have gone up. We pay some of the highest rates now in Canada.
No, they're still within reason. They're
I
not
disagree.
high. They're not high enough that it's worth investing in solar without a subsidy, which is the problem. And they keep it there so that you're tied to BC Hydro.
We had some of the best rates in North America before the Liberals took power, and now we have some of the worst. That's just fucking the
I
fact
like
of
the
the
Green
matter.
Party platform. I like it a lot.
I like the Green Party because their platform just does the least amount of harm.
And it works good for BC, which is, like I said,
Yeah,
it's
except
a
Andrew Weaver
resource-driven
already
economy.
admitted that he's going to bend over and take it from Christy Clark. So
Are there any polls?
Yeah, obviously you missed the couple of news items that just came out where he's like, "Oh, I fully will support the Liberals." Like full on, dude, and he just contradicted himself beyond repair at this point. So if you're following the news and seeing what Andrew Weaver has actually been saying,
I think he probably knows that he's not going to win, right?
Yeah.
But he is going to win. He'll win his riding. Like he's already the incumbent.
Yeah,
He will win.
The Green Party won't win.
But
The
but we're
Andrew
talking
Weaver
about
will win his
leadership
seat,
for
but
the whole province.
overall, for the rest of BC, the Greens don't have a shot of fucking winning the vote, and they're going to split the vote, and they're going to get the Liberals in because they're going to take people's votes away from the NDP, and that's the fucking fact of the matter, and that's how it's going to go down.
Okay, moving on. Playoffs, hockey, basketball. Thoughts, everybody?
Saw that Oilers game last night.
Okay, we'll start with you this time, Alex.
I don't watch a lot of hockey, but I do like the playoffs, and I do like the Oilers. They're my first favorite team. And you see Wayne Gretzky up there, his face is getting all red and fucking bulbousy.
That was fun.
Mad.
That was fun.
And they're ahead by 3. There's 15 seconds left.
4 minutes.
There's 4 minutes left, and then it's 3-1.
That was
and
an
then
ugly
3-2,
collapse.
and then 3-3.
That was disgusting.
But that last goal, the fucking
Kessler, man, he's such a
hand was
fucking snake.
in the dude's was in the goalie's
in his pad. He was like elbowing his leg.
Being a little scumbag.
So again,
and they didn't review
Anyways,
it.
they reviewed it and they allowed it, and it's crazy.
They let
that
it
they
in.
did.
Wow.
So I think their playoffs I think are great. I think when Canadian teams are in the playoffs, even though Hovey and I discussed this last time, he's like, "Why do you cheer for Canadian?" I cheer for Canadian fans almost over the clubs because I feel like it's a
Right.
expression of us all to celebrate having our teams in the playoffs and getting to the Stanley Cup. I think it's a Canadian pastime, and to have Canadian teams in the playoffs is great for the game and it's great for the fans. Now, like the collapse that happened last night, you got to look at it and you got to say, okay, what is video review for if not to overturn decisions like that? And who ultimately has control over, say, is it the War Room in Toronto? Is it Gary Bettman in the league with like this established set of like, I need to have the big American market teams in the finals so I can get good ratings?
I start to wonder about that.
It seems like there's sort of some subversive action on the place of the league to try and not necessarily say A and B are going to be in the Stanley Cup final, but to coerce those teams that they want to see in the finals there. So I feel like, it's easy to sit and complain about officiating, but at the end of the day, there's still some games to be played. There's still some Canadian teams. There's a team playing right now. I don't know if Ottawa is ahead of New York right now, but they're playing right now as we speak, and hopefully we'll at least get another Canadian team into the next round.
Hovey.
You're really concerned about if you have like your favorite team, what does it matter what the rest of them are like? Or that's like, I mean, what about a league where there's only American teams, like the NFL?
Sure.
Like, why does it matter if your team doesn't get in? You don't start rooting for other American teams.
Yeah,
just because they're American.
Well, I think you do though. I think you have I'm a Canucks fan at heart, but if the Canucks aren't in the playoffs, I'm going to pick another team, and they're going to be my team.
Like you're
Okay, we're going to switch direction a little bit.
Okay.
Venezuelan protests. Are you guys up to date on this? Do you want me to
no,
give you a little bit of background?
No background.
So, people in Venezuela are pissed off that they've been taken advantage of by the government. Their natural resources have been sold for cheap, and they're not seeing any of the benefits of selling them. So there's been a lot of protests, and there's actually been people killed by law enforcement. So right now they're looking to overthrow the Hugo Chavez's successor. They just tore one of his statues down, crushed into rubble. So some heavy shit going down there. Any thoughts?
There's always heavy shit going down there, though, isn't there? Like,
not really. It was pretty. It seems like
Central
one
America's fucked.
collapse after another. Like someone, like it's big banks coming in.
33 are dead already in the protests. It's still ongoing.
A guy got shot in the head yesterday.
It's
So-
destabilization of economies.
I mean,
through
I think
banking.
I've met a few people from Venezuela. I know someone who lives in Caracas still, and I know that it's always kind of been a little bit shaky there, like in terms of everything that's been going down. And now I think it's just the people are actually trying to stand up and protest all the fucking problems they see.
Yeah.
But you know, they have a very autocratic government who are just like basically just saying fuck you, we're going to run it how we want to. And ultimately what's going to happen or how many people are going to have to die before they create some change there. And
all of them.
Well, I mean, that's counterproductive. That will never make anything happen, obviously, right? But I don't really know enough about it to be frank. I haven't really been paying attention to it lately, so
I don't feel like it's a thing that's in the news that much either.
It has been over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, on
sure.
television news or internet news.
Internet news.
See, that's the thing. Like, on the majority of news watching people are like our parents' probably age.
9
and
o'clock
like
news or whatever.
Yeah, and like CBC's on in the morning.
Yeah,
and
they
at night.
go to like their hamster feeder for news and
and 99% of it is like Donald Trump did this and Donald Trump did that and Kim Kardashian's butt did this and you should be mad at that and
It's
and
true.
it's
There's
like,
always like first 100 days of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
First 150 days of Donald
God.
Trump.
Yeah,
Or
that's so
whatever it is
stupid. It's
now.
such an
It's like they just
arbitrary
keep
number.
counting up
it's like
this
there's
number.
more
like,
things going on in the world that matter.
Guys,
First
he's still doing a bad job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like if you search for Venezuelan, crisis or whatever, all you get immediately is like how the Trump administration is reacting to the Venezuela.
Right.
So it's just like, fuck off, who cares? Let's just feel like get some information on the fact at hand and not about how Trump is relating to it.
How can we better
Trump
connect
lens.
with people actually from Venezuela to tell us what their plight is?
Your
instead
comment
of,
totally ties in the what I'm just about to make here, and that is, I think that Venezuela really needs to, kind of figure out what their direction is, and then start importing Pepsi, because that is really the only way that the wealthy and the poor people will be able to connect is through the delicious cola marketed by Kendall Jenner herself.
Yeah, no doubt.
And
I could go for ice cold Pepsi right about now.
Yeah, because
Pepsi-Cola.
Coke's not going to do the trick, man. Coke is your fucking rich
Coke doesn't
monopoly
care.
dad.
They don't give a shit.
Coke's a piece of shit. It's
don't give a
Pepsi
shit.
that's really going to hydrate these people
Nobody
into a
wants
peaceful
old guy
utopia.
coming in looking like a Monopoly man with his can of Coke.
Yeah, or Coke Zero. Like, get out of here, old man. You're not
That.
fooling anybody.
No, Pepsi's for youth.
It's Generation
It's
Next.
it's for the future.
Bingo. Okay, next hot take. This one's actually kind of more interesting to me than international conflict. So there's a law in France banning the use of unhealthy thin fashion models. So what they're also going to do is anytime a photo's been digitally altered, they have to say it's been digitally altered.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been photoshopped.
So I think the thrust behind this is body image and women.
That's every photo ever for
it's
the
gonna
last
be busy.
25 years.
It's going to be like a little stamp at the bottom, like photoshopped.
Yep.
If you have to actually,
Airbrush.
There's people out there that don't understand the power of Photoshop. So, maybe it's good for them to understand that, like, nothing you've ever seen in a magazine is like somebody took a picture on their phone and put it in there and was
Just
like,
flat
that's good.
uploaded it.
No,
Right.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's gonna, show women that they don't necessarily have to adhere to this unrealistic body type and body image that is portrayed.
It's a stupid body type, man. I don't have any time for some skinny chick with no butt.
Yeah,
Get the
well,
fuck out of here.
And yeah, I mean, dude, I'd say 30 to 50% of those models are bulimic or facing eating
Or have some-
disorders,
Or they don't look like that.
Yeah,
Not in real life, even
sure,
because
but-
they're being all extended and
but they're having to
airbrushed
live incredibly unhealthy lifestyles
need more
just to
Ashley
maintain
Grahams.
that body image. And I don't, I completely support the idea of having to show if photos have been cropped. And
Did any of you guys see?
reestablishing what the ideal type is for the female body?
So you guys know who Ashley Graham is?
No.
She won Miss Universe a couple years ago. She's like a plus size model, like fucking gorgeous woman. She just did like
From where? From
the
America?
States.
Okay.
Yeah, she did like a nude photo shoot that's all about like body image. Man,
Sweet.
could go for a lot more of those.
Naked photo shoots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, last hot take. Iceland drills 4.7 kilometers down into volcano to tap clean energy, which kind of goes to the
that's
hollow
pretty
earth.
cool.
Geothermal, dude.
Yeah, which
That's
is
fucking
exactly what
awesome.
they're doing.
Great form
That's,
of energy.
that's pretty far down, isn't it? Like, we haven't gone that far.
4.5 kilometers.
4.7
Yeah,
kilometers.
I think 6 kilometers might be our
Furthest down.
how deep we've gone.
I think it's a terrible idea because the next headline we'll see out of Iceland is Cthulhu rises from watery grave or something like that.
Probably. It's probably
Fucking Cthulhu
some,
pops up
some
everywhere.
shit.
The squid face.
But good for them for finding another way to get around the oil cartel
9
and
kilometers.
the bankers.
So
Yeah, well, we 9 kilometers
9
is how far
kilometers.
down
Is that in
we've gone.
Russia?
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the biggest hole in the world. It's like a
really?
giant diamond mine.
It says the coal super borehole on the Kola Peninsula of Russia reached 12,262 meters, 40,230 feet, and is the deepest penetration of Earth's solid surface.
Penetration.
Russia's crazy to me, man.
The
Like,
German continental drilling program at 9.1 kilometers
What?
has shown the Earth's crust to be mostly porous.
so it's not a thin crust, is what you're saying.
No, it's just a deep dish.
The Russians.
dish.
I wonder what kind of like safety
Russia's so
they have
crazy to
around
me
that
because
hole.
they can do shit like drill 9 kilometers into the earth, and then you see like on Reddit like a normal day in Russia, and people are like driving cars that have been like smashed to god fuck all, and you can it's like barely drivable. Or you see
There's
like
a bear crossing the road like a person.
like people are like having other people on leashes.
Yeah.
Like all sorts of fucked up shit happens there. Yet they can
you
do
get
all this
everything there. Everything.
Like
They're all
like
cold
full
and starving
spectrum.
and
it's
full
like
of vodka.
it's like the wild east,
Yeah.
and
Wild
it
Wild
like
East.
never changes.
Zero
The Wild
fucks
Wild
given.
East.
Zero fucks given.
There's no real law.
And we kill homosexuals.
Oh yeah, dude.
Or
They
in
have
prison.
they
Be
have
gay.
concentration camps for gay people in starts with a D. Dagestan. Yeah.
Dagestan, yeah. Are the pussy riots still in
terrible.
jail?
Or
Is
it
that
might
what
be
was the
it might
pussy
be
riots?
Chechnya. It's
I
probably
think they're in and
Chechnya.
out of jail.
Yeah, yeah.
They're in and out of jail.
In and out of
I think.
jail.
I don't know. That was a big deal for a long time. Pussy
Yeah,
riots.
they were like pretty vocal about criticizing
McCartney
Putin,
was
weren't
all
they?
up.
They're
in,
super hardened people, right? Because like they had so much bad shit happen to them.
who? The pussy riots or Russia?
The Russians,
Mm.
like they make a lot out of a little, like whatever they have left.
Are you
And
saying they're resourceful?
They're very resourceful
Efficient.
people, yeah,
Resourceful.
and hardy.
Did you see
They're-
about, speaking of the Russians, did you guys see that video about the robot they've made to shoot these
I just saw
weapons
it today.
now? This nameless.tv video?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Like
they've made like a Terminator robot
It's
basically
like,
now.
it's like
It's
Ivan,
got like two,
Ivan 209.
I need your clothes,
Nice.
your boots, and
Like,
your motorcycle.
like
Fuck you.
What was that movie? Electric Circuit or
Fuck you, asshole.
Oh,
Short circuit.
Short
Short
Circuit.
Circuit.
Yeah,
thank
dude,
you.
Johnny 5. They got fucking Johnny 5. This is Johnny 7.
Five.
Except his name is like Igor.
You know what's crazy about that movie is the grappling hook that he used to
Scary.
travel around like that. The tensile strength of that thing must have been incredibly powerful because
this
that
thing-
robot was not light.
this
man.
robot
that was
dual
not a
wields.
lightweight robot. It had fucking tank treads,
I don't
dude.
remember him swinging around.
Oh yeah, for sure. He had a
No.
grappling hook.
I
He
don't
just had the
remember
thing
that
on his
detail.
shoulder that was like laser on his shoulder.
It might have been a grappling hook too. I definitely remember him grappling hooking.
Russia claims we are not creating a Terminator, but artificial intelligence that will be a
But
great
hey, if
significance.
Yeah,
Terminator
they're cla-
happens,
They're claiming that the gun shooting will teach
if
it how
it
to
kills
learn
a
use
Chechen,
tools.
oops.
It just happens to be bulletproof.
Yeah.
And you know,
It
can
was
use-
originally created for rescue work, but now it's just going to
but
kill.
now we
The
use it.
next version will have buzzsaw hands.
Dude, it's just funny. There's this like thing of this dude at Cambridge University, and he's got like this robot he's built, and it's like trying to pick up a package, and then he just takes a fucking hockey stick and,
And
just
knocks
like
it over.
mashes it to like fuck with it.
No, it's trying to show how stable it can be.
Yeah, but I mean, I can just imagine. Wait till that robot just gets pissed off
Yeah,
enough from him
that's
fucking
right.
knocking him
Being
over with
tired
that
of being
stupid
bullied.
hockey stick. It's like, take that, buddy.
Not this time.
It's,
Yeah.
it's biding its time till truck month.
that's right.
When robots take over the world.
Yeah, when they can ally with the trucks.
That's right. This is our one opportunity. Time to take over the world.
Indeed, just like Bill Nye.
Well, he's
Have you guys seen his show? His new Netflix
Yeah, it's
show?
super janky, man.
It's-
It's like I wanted it to be good, but it's like
It's weird.
janky?
It's definitely weird. I don't know if janky is the
Kind
right
of like-
description, but
It's all over the place.
it's
so.
it's just that I think they're trying to bring
Is-
Bill Nye into like this millennials generation or whatever, and so they've had to like introduce some strategies to do that.
They need to get him a deal with Pepsi.
Basically, I mean, he's got like 3 correspondents who are all like in their 20s, and they're all young scientists
hip and new.
slash models or whatever.
yeah.
And like I appreciate like what he's trying to get across. Like he's very pro climate change and the
He's trying
fact
to
that we
push-
need to.
Encourage people to
Yeah, I mean, he's-
educate themselves.
exactly. But the show itself, it's a little the way it's put out is a little strange.
It's a lot of soft science.
Yeah,
soft science. It's basically not science at all.
Yeah.
But he still does his Bill Nye
It's
shit.
just all bro science.
He has his panel out on every show,
what's
so he'll
that thing
talk about
the gender thing that he did? Because 10 years ago, 15 years ago, there's a boy and a girl.
It's a
there's
spectrum.
man and woman, and now it's a spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's been the science.
Spectrum.
The social science has been like that for many years.
Socially.
But
there's
physical gender is a real
Biologically,
thing.
maybe
Biological physical gender is a real thing. You
Yeah.
have
Yeah, well, I mean,
chromosomes,
exactly.
and you're either a boy or a girl.
Right, and
There's
that's still recognized.
Social gender roles that have
So
nothing to do with
I
biology.
haven't seen the episode, but apparently Netflix went back and trimmed out the clip where he is explaining about chromosomal biological genders.
Zims or Z.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
X, Y, X.
and now
What's your pronoun?
trying to
I thought I remember him talking about that, like saying that like clearly this makeup of your genes is going to make you a male, or this makeup of your chromosomes is going to make you a female. It does start with the hard science. I think it just adds on saying that yes, there is a spectrum, and that we do create gender roles for our children, and we want them to look a certain way or dress a certain way, or that like blues and blacks are male colors and pinks and reds are female color, like whatever. Like we associate different things to different gender stereotypes, and how there is a spectrum that we all exist on, and we're not either 100% straight or 100% gay or in the middle or whatever, right? Or bisexual or all those different variations that exist within that spectrum of sexuality. A continuum, yeah. Which I think is fairly interesting, and that has been talked about in social science for many years. So
I think a lot of the gender politics is just kind of a way to get attention a lot of the time too.
Yeah, we're talking
Possibly,
about a lot of scenarios where it's like 0.0001% of the population, and then we're dominating the conversation politically about that.
That's what science is, in a sense. Like, so you kind of need to have your own take on something, right? Like to sort of justify your own position within the scientific community, you want to have a unique perspective on X, on whatever you're talking about, and like to individuate yourself from the rest of the scientific field. You're going to come up with a theory that says, I believe this is a factor because of that, and here's why.
Yeah, but you have to have a result that's repeatable and consistent for it to actually be
science. You have to be able to measure something with a scientific method to actually come up with with a finding that may get dethunked in the future, or maybe something that is accepted for many years to come, right? I think constantly science is changing, right? We are constantly...
It has to.
Yeah.
That's the nature of science.
Well, science doesn't change.
The opposite is religion.
The method shouldn't
No, but
change.
it gets referred to as like, you don't believe in science? It's like it's it's this doctrinated thing like religion. It's like, no, like...
Science is its own religion in a sense.
Yeah, but it's dangerous because you're always supposed to be testing and adding new theories and
questioning it.
and moving it forward.
But don't you think we are?
Yeah.
I would think
I
we
think
are.
there's a lot of things that you would have thought are foundational that actually need re-examining.
I think confirmation bias is also kind of snuck in too, where you just kind of attune yourself to things that you already believe.
What you expect, yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. And I mean, that's why, we have different methods for testing things like that.
And there's
creating double-blind procedures and making ways that we can eliminate
if
variables.
you look back in history, like what people believed 100 years ago was science is now completely bullshit. So 100 years from now, what we think is true is going to be inaccurate.
Because there'll be way more data.
But the idea behind science, finding knowledge, shouldn't change. Like that was the same 100 years ago as it is now.
Yeah. The scientific method hasn't changed.
Yeah, the methods behind it shouldn't change. But what you were talking about population, that shouldn't be important. How small of a population?
Well, don't you think
if it was 0.0000001%, if there was one person on the planet who has some sort of issue, that it's still just as important as if 100%. It is.
No, it's not.
That's the whole kind of point.
It's not. If there's 99 billion people on the planet one day, and
that's the point
one person has some weird thing going on for them, you don't stop what 99 billion people are doing and go, oh, let's fix this one person.
Well, you do. I think I completely disagree with you. That's the whole point to like equal rights in humanity, like protecting minorities.
Equal enough.
No,
it's not.
That is the point. There are less black people than there are white people in North America. Does that mean they should have less rights?
That's a really bad straw man thing.
No, it's not. It's the population or percentage shouldn't be an important factor to protecting someone's rights. Just because there's less homosexuals doesn't mean they have less rights.
Agreed.
I think
or they're less important to talk about. Why is that? It's an issue. The point is that it's a serious issue that we're dealing with.
No, but we're not talking about homosexuality. We're talking about Zims and Zers and Zuloshes and whatnot.
Neutering the language, or
we're talking about.
I think that's the future.
Have you guys heard of Jordan Peterson before? He's Jordan Peterson. He's a philosophy prof at the U of T. He's really active into the whole social justice movement, and he flat out refuses to acknowledge any of the pronouns, and he
just uses they.
His stance is, I won't let you force me to adhere to your doctrine. And he's got a podcast. It's just called the Jordan B. Peterson podcast.
So he doesn't use like he or she, or he just doesn't, or he continues to use
He
those.
just speaks out against being forced to adhere to, a new civil code of how you have to, the human rights, laws. In Canada, you can be like fined and jailed for
using a bad term,
or not even for being disrespectful or pejorative, but just for not using like someone's pronoun. If they really wanted to follow it, there's a human rights council that has the power to fine you or penalize you.
Well, that seems to be eliminating freedom of speech, I suppose.
I agree.
At what point do you go?
You got any of that?
Can you? I think that's kind of the argument with this PC thing, which is getting a little out of hand.
It's totally out of hand. It's not.
A lot of the time,
it's past the point of relevance. It's not relevance when it's not being representative anymore of reality.
No, it's 420
That's
right
the
now.
problem.
It's not April 20th. But yeah.
I've yet to meet someone who was adamant that I use Zims or Z, what have you. But
because
if I
did, it's relegated to fucking classrooms where people haven't lived in the real world and they're fighting over airy theories about.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But like, if someone did that, I'd just be like, you know what? Like, I don't want to spend my time around you. Like, that's about as far as it goes for me.
Well, when I was in university, we had to do he/she or he or she. Like, you couldn't use one gender. Profs would be upset about that. I don't know if you noticed that.
Why?
Because there's two because there's
he or she.
Yeah, if you want to do an example, like he wakes up and goes.
Can you say they?
You could say he, she wakes up. No.
It.
Well, they was a little bit confusing because it's a plural.
It.
Yeah, but I mean,
it is dehumanizing.
Z is also
it woke up and brushed his
vague.
teeth. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know about the Z things. We're gonna have to.
Well, there's like 72 pronouns now that. No, I'm not kidding you, man.
What's so bad about defining something by their biological sex? I still don't understand what's wrong with that.
I don't know, it's just like because it violates what you identify with, essentially.
Yeah.
So I saw a man walking down the street.
I think you could kind of compare it to like someone just referring to you by like calling you a name or something.
So I saw a man walking down the street who looked to be in his 60s, super skinny, right past a school zone area, and he had like his underwear. He had no pants on, really. He had underwear. He's basically wearing underwear hiked up to his. Above his waist, like Urkeled himself. Like,
yeah, but is that a transgender in here, or just a guy who doesn't know how to dress?
Here's the thing. He's got like long, feminine, like ponytailed hair, and he's got this goofy grin on. It looks like he's on about 10 different drugs, and he's walking around looking like a fucking madman.
Yeah.
And like,
he's
so what,
fun.
if he says that he identifies as like a little girl who's 5 years old, because that's sort of what he's dressed like, but he's a 65-year-old creepy looking man.
Yeah. See, my impression of that is fuck off, dude.
Should as a society we just allow that guy to like exist in his head as a 5-year-old child? Sure. Female child?
As long as he's not doing anything.
Hurting anyone else.
How do we know that he's not? How do we know?
But you're making all those assumptions based on clearly how he looks, right?
He's in an area of town where there are young children, and he if he actually sees himself as that.
I don't know. I think you might be inferring a little much there. Like just because someone chooses to present themselves a certain way, that doesn't necessarily entail that they're going to behave that way.
I wanted to yell at him, put some fucking pants on, dude.
Was he at the playground sliding down the slide with other kids?
It's
like sliding down something. So are those kids.
Could have been 2 blocks away from doing that.
He's still not going to allow it onto the kids' rides, right? Like just because he identifies as something doesn't mean he's doing anything wrong.
But this is a slippery slope because now should he be allowed in the bathroom with females, right? With little children.
I think that's yet to be seen, but I also think there's going to be huge growing pains with that, and I think there will be a lot of sexual assault.
Same with prisons.
Things going on there.
Prisons is going to be a big problem too.
Are they just making prisons unisex now or something?
I don't know what they're going to do with that.
I don't know.
See,
that'll work out great for the women.
I think there's this fine line of like there's mentally ill people. And then there are people who identify as different genders in different biological bodies. But it's a fine line because there's a lot of people who are sick who go through the transgender surgeries and they're actually mentally ill. Yep. And then they regret what they did, and there's no coming back from chopping off your dick.
Is there any do you know how stringent like the screening process is?
It's not as stringent as you'd think because a lot of these are being paid for by the medical system,
and I think it's not
by
really
social medical system.
You can go to different countries and kind of
you can't
just totally circumvent North
total
American
bullshit.
ethics, all right?
That's not being paid for by our medical system. You can't get a sex change covered through your MSP, dude.
You can't?
It doesn't happen like that.
No.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I'm not
Only-
it's cosmetic or something
in
like
Canada, how else would it happen?
You pay for
You
it.
pay for it. You pay. It's a private surgery.
I think you pay
save
for
up your
I
Canadian
don't think
Tire
so.
bucks.
You
I don't think
can't
so. I
just-
think it's a transitioning
the
thing.
the
You have to
only-
live as that
Actually,
gender
I think
for a
the
certain
only
amount of
time-
time.
They
The
do
only
it at
time-
Canadian Tire, and you just pay them in Canadian Tire money.
Yeah, 1 hour.
It's just like the Jiffy Lube, dude. You just get in there.
You
and
get
they
your,
fucking
your
snip it and rip
Mastercraft
it.
sexual identity
No,
surgery.
I mean, yes,
Lifetime
if,
guarantee.
if you have like a history of like psychological dialogue with a what do you call those guys? Shrink?
Psychologist,
mental health professional who clearly has like had that dialogue with the individual, and they come to the agreement that like, yes, okay, this is the best thing for you, and clearly you do identify as a female. And, you know, there is a way maybe where you could get that surgery subsidized, but it's not like you shouldn't be like, those damn fucking transgenders were paying for all their surgeries. Like, it's not like that. It's definitely not like that. And
I don't think any of us here at the
Southern
table actually
Darcy does
know.
not like sexual identification reassignment surgery.
I know.
It might become that.
I think it
might be
it
covered.
probably will be covered. And I think
I have a feeling that will
I
happen.
wouldn't scoff at someone who wants to have their surgery being subsidized by the Canadian government that we pay taxes towards.
Would that not be an elective surgery though? Because
It
I
is.
mean, like if you were going to go get dental work done.
Well, again, right? I
there's some
think that's
stuff
the
that
whole
isn't covered.
notion about gender and sexuality is it's such a fluid concept. It doesn't
But
exist
we're
on
also-
any one or the other. It's not a black or white issue. It's always going to be in the gray,
But
and there's always
for
going to
most
be
people, it's black and white.
No, I don't think it is.
I think for the majority of people,
like-
it's black and white. You're a man, you're a woman. You like men or you like women.
Right, but I mean, you're just clearly you're basing
You can
it.
be a woman who likes man or other
But
women.
again, like,
you can be a man who
Do you
likes
have a
other
penis
men.
or a vagina? Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, fine.
both.
that's not good enough.
At the
So, but
that's
what's with all
that's
the
base
in-between
biology
shit?
because
Once you're in between, then like, what are you? You're sexless and
No,
omnisexual.
Neutral.
Homo sapiens 2.0.
I think that's a very like closed-minded view of everything. to be
I'm
honest
not
with
being
you.
closed-minded. I'm being
You
completely
are.
open-minded. I'm asking. I'm posing the question. What is it then? Like,
I'm telling you,
What is what?
it isn't one thing or the other. That's just it. It's
but
it's
we're
a
talking
gray
about
gradient.
such a small amount of the population that is.
Are we, though?
in this really weird, like, I'm going to be a man who's a woman
So if you think
sometimes,
about
who's
it,
back to
let's just
being
get
a
to some
man,
numbers.
who's into being a woman,
So
who's then
how many
into being
people
a
live
man,
in Canada?
like
35 million people.
something like that.
How many of that 35 million?
Yeah.
Say we have 1 million people
Sure.
who identify as not man or woman, right? I would say that's probably
That's a pretty large percentage.
That's a huge chunk, man.
okay.
It's not that big.
500,000.
I don't think any of us.
I don't know.
I don't
We
know.
kinda need
Like
hard-
I
we
don't
kinda
have
need
the hard data. It'd
for
be
this.
great to like how many Canadians identify as non-conformist, right? I'm sure it's a very large number of people.
Is transgender?
Transgender or see
Gender
that?
fluid.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I
mean,
can get the U.S. estimate.
sure.
So they say it's doubled in the U.S.
Well,
to
yeah.
to
As you start,
1.4 million adults.
Out of how many? It's like 340
300 million. Yeah.
it'll probably double again because as you start talking and figuring out this,
And you make it more
you start
acceptable to
realizing
kind
that
of
Well, that's
there's
just
more
the thing,
people
right?
out there that are thinking about these things.
And I mean,
But the thing is that
we've already seen
that's
pilot
weird for it
projects.
to
You're talking
double.
about bathrooms and shit like that, and how awkward it would be, dude. It's super easy. You just have stalls. They're all stalls. There's no urinals.
I mean,
like,
no matter
true.
what,
It's
like,
not a
if
hard
someone's
thing
taking a
to
shit
do a
beside you,
multi-gender
being a man
bathroom.
or a woman, it's typically
Doesn't
not a pleasant
matter.
experience.
No,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
No one likes that.
Everybody's shit stinks.
And they ran a pilot project
Whoa,
at the
what if
university for
transgender
that.
people's shit didn't stink, and that was like the thing, and that was how that was like like the empirical
yeah, that's how
test.
you know.
Oh man.
No, I don't think so.
Again, I don't think it's not an easy thing to identify as like one or the other because yes, aside from like the sexual organ you possess, there are so many factors that can exist.
Or the chromosomes.
Either set in place by the norms that we hold for what is male or female, or from the colors and the toys that our children are socialized with. There are so many factors on what is to identify as a male, a female, or all the way in between, right? And there's ultimately, I think, we're not going to be able to say what is, aside from your sex organs and maybe how machismo you act, or how your levels of testosterone or whatever.
I'm
from the base biology. The psychological and social ramifications of gender and identity play so much further into this fluid spectrum. It's a really hard thing to label.
I think the point is you should be able to choose.
Yeah,
it's about giving people more choice as opposed to taking it away.
So they're saying it's approximately, based on the U.S. numbers, between 0.4 to 0.6 of the population that could be potentially identify as transgender.
Right.
So I get it. I get people being pissed off, how come I got to share a washroom with someone who's maybe a man or a woman or whatever.
Yeah.
But again, it's a really easy thing. You just have to
separate
set
them.
your bathrooms have sinks that can get shared, and they have stalls.
Yeah, man.
It's not that hard.
Actually, I saw the best bathroom like that is at Full Epi downtown. It's got this common sink, and then there's closed rooms that are male female handicap rooms,
Exactly.
4 of them.
I think people make so much of a big deal about oh my god, my men's washroom's gonna have a man with no penis
but
or
my
whatever.
Point really,
dude, I fucking hate urinals anyway. I go in there, I piss in the stall when I'm at the bar anyway. So I don't need some other fucking drunk dude looking at my dick.
The trough is the worst. I hate the trough.
Yeah. Everybody line up and get your dicks out.
At Logan's,
dicks out, boys.
And you're having conversations while you're in the. Anyways,
I didn't even use the pisser when we saw Biggie's show. Oh, speaking of which, we should mention
in the shitter.
We should mention Biggie's show. The Pretties were here in Victoria last Thursday, was it?
Yep. Yeah, they did a whole island tour.
They played in Nanaimo and in Tofino, and they had a great show.
The whole island.
Hey, can we actually play one of their songs and not get in trouble because we know them?
Yeah, we should be able to. Maybe we could do one of their songs as our intro or outro for the event.
I won't bother looking it up now. You guys can just add it and post.
Hobie has the vinyl now too.
Just do it now.
No, I'm not going to do it either time.
No.
I will edit.
Did you listen to their album yet on vinyl?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, cool. What do you think? Give it a review.
I'd say there's probably
there's
5
two
songs
to three
I like.
good songs I really like.
There's 8 songs on there.
I like
though, right?
their
8 or 9.
So 5 out of 8 is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
I didn't like that many, but I do like their style.
Mm-hmm,
I do like their.
I wish they had a better sound guy.
They're all very talented.
Here,
That's what's really awesome. Is they're all very talented.
Yeah.
Unpredictable, I would say too. In their sound.
The sound.
The way that they jump from genre to genre.
They do actually have quite a
there's a good range.
Large range of musicality. It's actually quite nice.
Def.
I'm liking that I can listen to it on vinyl, like an actual physical thing.
No doubt.
I don't have to go online and find it. I mean, are they on Spotify?
Probably.
It's not like I have Spotify or anything, but.
Oh, we were supposed to call Biggie, weren't we?
Yeah, I mean, that'll be our last thing here. Maybe let's give him a call.
I have to get out of here in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well.
All right.
So I could just call him right now.
Okay.
If he's there.
Give him a call.
All right. Yeah. I'll just do this.
What are we gonna ask him? How his tour was?
How the tour was. Yes. Were there any highlights?
Were there any lowlights?
Any lowlights, highlights, peaks and troughs?
Dude, I slept in an hour and 45 minutes past my alarm on Friday, the day after that show.
Good show.
Did you end up going to their hotel or something? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's 2 a.m. and it's like, what are we going to do? Oh, they're going to just do drugs. I got to fucking work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Time for the coke.
Yep.
There was one chick there too. I was like, oh man, this could get dark.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Am I live?
Yes,
You're
you
live.
Yeah, I'm at Dude Chillin' Park.
Dude.
You're at what?
Dude Chillin' Park in
Chillin'
Vancouver.
Park.
Dude.
That's the name of the park.
Dude Chillin' Park. It's called Dude Chillin' Park.
Because there's a statue of a dude just chilling on the
How descriptive.
The bench.
No, it used to be called Guelph Park. It's off of Broadway, near Broadway in Maine. And then some dude with an art project decided to replace the sign from Guelph Park to Dude Chillin' Park. And then everyone, city was like, oh, you can't do that, but everyone was just loved the name, so it just stuck after many times being defaced.
It's kind of like Bodie McBoatface.
Bodie McBoatface.
They're saying it's like Bodie McBoatface.
Right.
So
yeah, there's lots of dudes chilling.
Cool.
Only dudes allowed.
We were just
Where the
talking
dudes
about the Pretties and your show here, and we were rating your album, and we gave it an okay. It's a pass.
Oh, yeah, just an okay.
Yeah, and we want to ask for permission to play a song at the beginning or end of this podcast.
Sure.
Dope.
It's A-okay with me.
Can we get it in writing?
Can we get that
I
in
need you to
writing?
fax that over to me.
I'll fax it. I'll make sure there's Xerox.
Put it in a memo.
Teletype.
Get it
CPS
done.
report.
TPS reports. Yeah.
I'd have to leave Dude Chillin' Park to do all this, but
No, don't worry about it right now.
don't interrupt your
I'm
chilling.
afraid the only communication they have here is carrier pigeons. So
So what was the highlights and lowlights of the
Low
trip?
lives.
The highlights and lowlights
The
of the
All of
trip
it?
you guys did.
Yeah, not just you guys.
Of the
being
island
low-lives,
tour.
But your tour. What was your island tour like?
the casino was insanely good. Like really, really cool people, and it was like just full of sort of this like 18-year-old surfer people that just want to hang out and surf all day and work in kitchens and they say the surf just like Whistler, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to party. It's like one of the only music venues out there. So whenever there's shows on, it's just lined up around the door.
Did you guys play at the
People.
Legion?
Yeah, we did. And like there wasn't a sound guy there, so Ian, our drummer, had to do sound. Like he had to set it up
shit.
all the
Oh no.
speakers ourselves, and then sort of do a line check and everything. And there was like no sound guy right there. Like we'd set up like the power bar that was just like right in front of the stage, and some dude just sort of like walks like towards the stage and
Knocked it
fucking
out.
totally hits it. Yeah, and everything just goes dead.
Shitty.
And, fuck. So, but man, like just so hype and made some good cash. We came home with cash after.
Did you sell all of your merch?
We have a few T-shirts left, but we maybe like sold like $100 of merch in Victoria and like
Yeah.
I don't know, smattering in Tofino and nothing in Nanaimo.
I was pushing your album huge at your show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think we sold like maybe 4 or 5 copies at
Yep.
Victoria.
Yep.
But holy smokes, big up to Colby Carruthers.
That was the
always do
promoter.
a show with that dude. Yeah, he's
Nice.
freaking awesome.
Nice.
So I got a nice little cardstock poster of that show too.
Sick.
Did he
Sick.
promote the whole tour?
No, just the Victoria show.
Oh, okay.
And,
Okay.
How was the party one? How was the one where you went to a party?
Highland Highway, where the dudes that sort of we piggybacked onto the tour with.
Right.
And then Rory's Bag is from Tofino, who put us up in a really nice mansion when we were there too. And
Nice.
then Filth Minister was the other dudes that were from Whistler. We're going to do a show with them in Whistler actually.
How was the
Coming
party?
up here in June, so that'll be really dope.
House
Didn't they go to
party.
a house party one?
Nanaimo house
Yeah,
party.
the house
Yeah,
party.
it
going to
was
that.
okay. It was kind of like loosely attended. It was like a basement. It was really dark, but I didn't use a mic, which was fun.
Oh, that's cool.
It was okay. It was what it was.
It was
but,
all right.
It was a
still
nice
You
little
know,
media.
Nanaimo's fucking crazy.
Did you still get free
So
booze?
scuzzy there, man. Like
Yeah, Nanaimo
It is.
feels
we were
It is
outside,
scuzzy.
like about to have like a Mexican,
Oh,
lunch
the
or
Hells
whatever.
Angels, bro.
And Pierce is just hanging out there, and some dude just comes by and like, "Hey man, you want to stick around and watch me beat the shit out of this dude?" I'm just like, "No, I'm alright."
Do I ever?
Yeah,
Sweet.
and
That's
like
entertainment.
I just see this guy just like yelling at the top of his lungs at this like sweet couple that's just walking by, like man, this place is pretty scummy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
she's
had
all
that
in
vibe
meth
for a
and
long time.
yeah. So, but a lot of people are moving there. It's cheap, to buy. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Garbage town.
Garbage
I gotta go
day.
I gotta go see Guardians of the Galaxy 2 tonight at the drive-in
shit.
in Langley.
Right on.
The drive-in.
Nice.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna see that this weekend too.
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
should be really good.
Cool.
I just voted.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you
Advance
early
voter.
voter. Wow.
Yeah.
Who'd you vote for?
Communist Party was an option,
Ha!
and your political party, DC, was an option.
Okay.
But well, you could probably think about who I voted for.
The marijuana party?
Green Party.
Green
No.
Party.
NDP.
No,
Liberals.
NDP.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel it.
Funny you get all like kind of. I don't know if
You're a
tell
member
you
of a
who I
labor
voted
union,
for.
dude.
Oh yeah, labor
What?
unions.
I
Right.
said you're the member of a labor
whatever
union,
the
so you
yeah.
definitely went
Anything
NDP.
to get out Christy Clark. Right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, that's a general feeling, it seems. People just hate
But
it.
it's like even from like the debates, I never really got a sense that anybody's good because like John Horgan he's very temperamental. He gets really like worked up very easily.
Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, Hulk Horgan. And then like the green guys kind of the same and
Dr. Weaver.
Scientist.
exactly. Yeah, he's a scientist. So there you go.
Fucking
That
A,
must
bud.
be good.
Yeah. How's Farquhar? Or sorry, how's the little room that you're recording this in?
Yes. The random room is good.
It's quiet in here.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
All the
really opened
acoustics
up the
are
room.
in, so we're fairly damp right now.
Yeah, cool. It's a really nice day out in Vance.
Yeah, I don't know if it's nice
I
out
think
here
it
or
was
not.
nice out here.
Decent.
We've been in here for like 3 hours now, I think.
Yeah, we've been here a while.
Yeah, you gotta enjoy the weather, dude.
Get out and do the sunshine.
You must have a dude chilling park in Victoria.
We'll all go to the beach
Dude,
one day.
perfect.
It's called Bum Masturbating Park here.
Gonzales,
Yeah.
Gonzales, baby.
Oh yeah. Go for a swim in the sewage.
Toxic waste.
Gotta love that, dude.
Mr. Floaties.
Victoria's sewage.
All right, bro. Well, I'll let you get back to dude chilling.
Cool. Yeah. You guys have a good one. Thanks for calling.
Later,
All
homie.
right,
All
buddy.
right.
Later.
Later.
Well, perhaps that we should wrap
we should
things
end it
up
on
there.
that, I think. Yeah.
I
really
think
wanna
we
get
got 2
stoned right now.
podcasts in here.
What episode is this? 35?
35.
35.
The fucking numbers, you guys. No one cares about the number.
Yeah, the number doesn't matter.
I've been disappointed 34 times. This will be the one. It is
Yes.
the one. It's like we had some
The
great
breakout.
truck month talk.
Yeah,
There was
that's
some
true.
good truck month in
Well,
there.
we're going to have more of that next time, too.
There's a bunch. There's a
I
bunch of shit.
kind of have notes here so
Don't
you guys
stop.
can go back and find.
Yeah, that's
That's
fine.
also,
Images.
that's also our new
That
reoccurring
helps,
segment
for
is
sure.
as we
Truck
delve
month?
into truck
Yeah, I
month.
think we should always touch base.
Really like
For a truck or two.
really get a
crazy
good
about
bro on that, bro.
It's a juicy bone. All right. Sign us out
I
here,
really
Darcy.
want to get stoned right now.
Yeah, me too. Let's go get high.
I went to pharmacy yesterday.
Did you get weed?
Yeah.
No, we got crack.
They were all out of weed, so I had to get crack.
Well, I guess so.
Because you know what they say.
Oh, damn.
Doctor says I need a backyard, my man.
This is the song, though.
Ears are almost having a sweat.
Is it still playing? Or did you stop it? Okay. It's recording me? Yeah. Can the audio pop back out through there, or do you just have to... How do you edit on that computer?
Multi-track. Same.
What do you mean? Actually,